Ingram or Monty? Monty. And if you haven't already, do me a big favor, hit that like button. Also, hit the follow. Really appreciate it. Smash that like button for me, though. Let's see. We got Gaskin or Cooks. I would go with Brandon Cook. Hey, man, Jeff Wilson or Waddle. I would go Jeff Wilson. Elijah Moore or Ayuk. I would go with Elijah Moore. DJ Moore, Brandon Cooks, DJ Moore, Mark Ingram, or Myles Gaskin. I got to check that. Let me see here. I want to say Mark Ingram might be like a spot higher. He honestly is one spot higher, 18-19. Monty or Godwin? Monty. Saquon or Gibson? Saquon. Carr, Newton? Newton. DJ Moore, T. Higgins, Jalen Waddle. Pick 2, DJ Moore and Jalen Waddle. Hey, man, Saquon or Gibson? I would go with Saquon. Yo, what's up, people? Would you trade Amari for Hopkins? No, I wouldn't. I would keep Amari. Yo, what's good? What's up, Ryan? Sanders or Robbie Anderson? Sanders. Fryermuth or Gronk? I would go with Gronk. Hey, what's up, man? What's up, Jerry? Is Sammy Watkins a good start? He's an okay start as long as Lamar plays. Morning, bro. Need a big win this week. I'm letting you set the lineup. We got quarterback Burrow, Wilson. I would go with Wilson. Flex running back. We got Cook, Najee, Robinson, Fournette, Jacobs. I would go with Cook, Najee, and Fournette. Wide receivers, Debo, Terry, Mike. I would go with Debo and Terry, and then tight end Gesicki. So Wilson, Cook, Najee, Fournette, Debo, Terry, Gesicki. Is Saquon playing today? What time is that game at? Oh no, that game's on Monday night, right? No, I think he's playing. He's not playing today. He's playing Monday night. I believe he's going to be good to go, yeah. Mike Williams or Bateman, I would go with... Listen, okay, this has to kind of wait for a minute because if Lamar Jackson does not play today, then I don't like Bateman nearly as much. If Deshaun Jackson does play today, I do like Bateman more than Mike Williams. I have Murray, so should I grab Newton, Tua, or Tannehill? I would grab Newton. I would play Cam Newton. Pitts sold my week. Yeah, Pitts wasn't that great. All right, but you had to play him unless you had like a top-tier tight end play. Sammy Watkins a decent start. It just depends if Lamar plays. If he plays, yeah, he's decent. He's I would say like a flex. Is Saquon a good start? Yes. Thoughts on Robbie Anderson? I mean, his value goes up a little bit here with Cam Newton. Dearness Johnson or Mike Williams in the flex. Love the stream and videos, man. Appreciate it. And I would go with Mike Williams. Lamar Jackson or Josh Allen? I would go Josh Allen. Start Robbie or Waddle or Robinson. Who's that? James Robinson or Waddle? I would go James Robinson. Good morning, Tyler. Yo, what's up, Ozai? Miles Sanders or Ayuk? I would go with Ayuk. Foreman, Wilson, wrong. I would go Jeff Wilson. Bateman or Gallup, full point PPR. Once again, if Lamar Jackson plays, give me Bateman. Otherwise, I would go with the other option. Who was the other option? Bateman or Gallup. Pat Fryermuth was on waivers, but only claimed, so I couldn't get him in time, and everyone on my bench isn't droppable. Yeah, then that's fine. I mean, it is what it is. You play Kyle Pitts. Did he have a good game? Unfortunately not, but, you know, it was kind of expected. But still, just too talented. You know, your tight end, you play him. This guy tried trade Claypool and Montgomery for Aaron Jones and Dawson Knox. I mean, I don't think that's that bad just because, like, Aaron Jones isn't going to be playing for probably the next 3 weeks. So it's like, do you need to win now with David Montgomery because he's going to give you those chances? Or are you kind of in a good spot to wait for Aaron Jones to come back? Landry, Bateman, or Beasley? I would want to go Bateman as long as Lamar plays. Good morning, Tyler. What's up, Sammy? Thoughts on Kamara going forward? I want to try to trade for him, but he is scaring me with the injury. he did get in limited practice and then didn't practice, so that is a bit of a concern. Maybe he misses next week as well, just because he didn't practice. So he could be a guy where if you're in a situation where you're winning, you have a really good record, you could be trying to trade for and wait for, him to get a little healthier and play him then. And real quick, I want to say, if you haven't already, do me a big favor, hit that like button. Also, subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. And if you're over on TikTok, come on over to YouTube, get your questions answered. All you got to do is click on my profile, go to my link tree. My link tree will take you over to my YouTube channel. So, profile, link tree, YouTube channel. Come on over, get your questions answered. And we got Matt with the $2 donation. Thank you, Matt. McKissick or Tony for flex. Could also get Collins. Yeah, I would get Collins. I would get Collins and play Collins there. With Chris Carson on IR. I know that Pete Carroll came out and said, "Oh, Rashad Penny's going to be a little bit more involved than whatever." Pete Carroll is the biggest coach speak guy I've ever seen in my life. They haven't done anything with Rashad Penny besides his first game back. They gave him an opportunity, didn't take advantage of the opportunity. We haven't heard of Rashad Penny. So I would get Alex Collins. I have a 7-3 record, but about to be 7-4. So should I try to trade for him? I have Mark Ingram on my bench. So is it safe? I mean, yeah, I would try to trade for him. I mean, always be sending, right? Always be sending. That's the motto. Schultz or Waller? Waller. Ingram or Jeff Wilson? Jeff Wilson. Start Moore or Jeff Wilson? Moore. Cam Newton or Ryan Tannehill? Cam Newton. Ayuk or Tony? Ayuk. Claypool or Jeff Wilson? Jeff Wilson, baby. Uzi, Waddle or Bateman and Saquon or Jeff Wilson? I would go Saquon and I would go with Waddle there. Ayuk or Tony? Ayuk. Trade A.J. Dillon for Joe Mixon or D-Hop? I would go A.J. Dillon for Joe Mixon. Absolutely. Logan Thomas worth picking up? Yeah, I think he's all right. Well, you have Kyle Pitts. I wouldn't even, me personally, I wouldn't even pick him up then. Gallup or Bateman? I would go, listen, if Lamar is playing today, if we get word that Lamar is playing today, Bateman for me is a borderline top 20 play. I believe I have him as wide receiver 21 right now. So if Lamar plays today, that's where I rank him. If he does not play, I'm moving him all the way back to like wide receiver 40 range. So there's a massive difference. We're going to probably know in about a little over an hour if Lamar is going to be playing today or not. Start Claypool, Jeff Wilson, and Gibson. 2, Jeff Wilson, and I would go with Gibson. Do you think Wilson has a rebound game? Who's that? Wilson. Oh, Russell Wilson, I'm assuming you're talking about. Yeah, I do. I think Gilson will be better. CMC receiving props is only 45.5. Oh, are you taking the over on that, Uzi? And if you're over on TikTok, come on over to YouTube. Get your questions answered. All you got to do is click on my profile, go to my link tree. My link tree will take you over to my YouTube channel. So profile, link tree, YouTube channel, and hit that follow button as I go live. A lot throughout the week over on TikTok, exclusively answering your questions. Right now, I'm over on YouTube, so come on over and get your questions answered. Once again, all you got to do is click on my profile, go to my link tree. My link tree will take you over to my YouTube channel. Mooney or Sanders? I would go with Sanders, Sammy. Here's the lineup today. Tyler, QB, Josh Allen, Najee, Eckler, Keenan Allen, Justin Jefferson, Pitts, Titans, Greg Joseph playing the best team, though. It'll be tough. It'll be tough. RIP Kyler's MVP season. Yes, I know, right? Who's going to win MVP now? Who do you guys think is going to win MVP? Let's see it in chat. Who's going to win? Fields, Tua, or Newton? Newton for me. Freiermuth or Schultz? Schultz, Waddle or McLaurin? McLaurin. Deontay or Devontae? Deontay. Rodgers or Cam Newton for this start? I would go with Rodgers. I have Rodgers higher. Waddle or Gesicki? At flex, I would go with Waddle. AJ Dillon or Swift? I would go with, honestly, I'm leaning AJ Dillon now. with the new quarterback situation, I don't like it at all. I'm going Swift, or I'm going AJ Dillon. Is Barkley a good start? Yes. Mason Rudolph for MVP. Heard it here first. Yo, that would be crazy. What a stud he is. I'm going to have to say, who do I think is going to win MVP? Tom Brady honestly could win MVP. But I'm going to say probably Josh Allen. If he keeps it up. Pick 3, we got Foreman, Freeman, Ayuk, Ingram, or Arnold. I would go with Foreman, Ingram, and I would go with Ayuk. Miles Sanders or Pittman? I would go with Pittman. You remember what I told you streams ago? The guy I'm playing is also... Yes, I remember that. Yes. I remember that. We got a $2 donation from Dante Jones. Yo, appreciate the $2 donation. We got Lockett or Brandon Cooks, Bills or Dolphins defense. All right, so I'm going with... I got to double check that one. The wide receiver one. Let me check my rankings real quick. I want to say Tyler Lockett. Do I have him higher? Yeah, Tyler Lockett is one spot higher than Brandon Cooks. And Dolphins or Bills defense. I want to say I have the Dolphins defense. I could be wrong, though. No, I have Miami. Miami's number 3. So Miami's defense. So Lockett and Miami's defense, and appreciate the $2 donation. Thank you. Also, if I'm not answering your questions, believe me, I'm trying to answer everybody's questions. Super chats are available to ensure you get your questions answered 100% of the time. Also, you can sign up to be a member. It's as low as $2.99. As you can see with the guys with the green name tag, they have a badge next to the name. They get priority in chat. It's low as $2.99. All you got to do is type in !membership, and up will pop a link. You sign up with the link to be a member, and you get your questions answered 100% of the time. Oh, what is this? Facebook. What the hell do I care about Facebook? Where'd my stream go? There we go. All right. Is the Bills-Colts game going to be a shootout? I don't know, but I think the Colts cover the spread. I'll tell you that. Thoughts on Seattle wide receivers today? Good game from DK and Lockett. Yes. Anderson or Mooney? I would go with Anderson. All right, let's see here. AJ Green or Beasley? I would go with Beasley. Baker or Cam? Russell or Joe Burrow? Russell for me. Rodgers or Dak? Dylan or Taylor? Mixon, Gaskin, Jeff Wilson. Pick 2. I would go with Mixon and Jeff Wilson. And we got a $2 donation from Leonidas 707. Darrell Williams or Jordan Howard at flex? Oh man, this is tough. I'm going to go with Darrell Williams just because there's a higher upside with receiving ability there for Darrell Williams. I know CEH is coming back, but I'm going to go with Darrell Williams here just because of that reason, with him seeing some receiving work in today's game. Also, he was used around the goal line even when CEH was there. So I'm going to go with Darrell Williams and appreciate the $2 donation. I don't want to sound stupid, but what is DFS? DFS is daily fantasy. So like FanDuel, DraftKings, where you're basically, you have a salary and you're buying basically players, inserting them in your starting lineup to score the most points. There's tournaments and also cash games, but who plays cash? You play tournaments. You know what I'm saying? Good game from Chargers wide receivers with the amount of, yes. Listen, the Chargers should beat up on the Steelers. The Steelers suck. And they have a bunch of people missing. Lockett or Bateman? Lockett. Edwards or Claypool? Edwards or Claypool? I would go with Edwards. Pittman or Gallup? Pittman. Moore or Gallup? Moore. Connor or Ingram? Thank you, man. No problem. I would go with James Conner today. Jeff Wilson, Gallup, and Elijah Moore. Pick 2. I would go with Jeff Wilson and Gallup. And we got another $2 donation from Matt. Stash Alex Collins or Rashad Penny, or just stay away? I mean, they've shown that Alex Collins kind of the guy, so I would stash him. There's a tiny bit of interest. I'm somebody who's... I've always loved Rashad Penny as a prospect, but it's been mostly just smoke, right? It's been, he's been one of those hype guys. He's just never lived up to the potential, mostly due to injuries. but I never know when to quit you, you know? I never know when to quit you. So I'm going to say Alex Collins just because they've shown they trust him. So I'm going to say Alex Collins. I would stash him with Chris Carson. There's going to be somebody in this backfield that's going to take the lead. I know last week was disappointing, especially if you have Alex Collins, but officially removed from the injury report, and this should be a game that they should win, especially if Kyler's out. If Mike Williams doesn't drop at least 10 points this week, it shows he no longer belongs on the bench rest of the season. Oh, you're going to drop him? And we got another $2 donation from T. Holmes. Bateman or Renfrow in the flex. Renfrow. So I would go with Bateman as long as Lamar's playing. All right. We should know here at 11:30 if Lamar is going to play. If Lamar does not play, then I'd go with Renfrow. So Bateman over Renfrow if Lamar is playing. If Lamar does not play, then give me Renfrow. And real quick, if you're over on TikTok, come on over to YouTube, get your questions answered. All you got to do is click on my profile, go to my link tree. My link tree would take you over to my YouTube channel. So profile, link tree, YouTube channel. Also, make sure you hit that follow button if you're over there. And like the video. Really appreciate it. And if you're over on YouTube, smash that like button for me if you haven't. And let's get to it. All right, Pittman or Miles Sanders? I would go with Pittman. Gibson or Jeff Wilson? Wilson. Gallup or Bateman? As long as Lamar's playing today, Bateman. Otherwise, I would go with Gallup if he's not playing. No, drop him. But I'd probably take myself over Mike Williams to drop more points. I hope he drops more points. Start Dak or Herbert? Dak. Pick 2. Lockett, A.J. Brown, Renfrow, Lockett, and A.J. Brown. Justin Jefferson, Jalen Waddle, and Brandon Cooks. Pick 2. I would go with Justin Jefferson and Brandon Cooks there. J-Rob or Dak at flex. Or DK. I would go with DK. DK at flex. Fournette or Ingram? Fournette. Tiki Styles with the $2 donation. Did you have a question as well, Tiki? Let me go up and see if you had a question up here. I don't see a question, but I will look for a question if you have a question, Tiki. Keep up the great work, brother. Hey, appreciate it. Thank you. Is Bateman a sell high if he does play today also with Mike Williams? No, I wouldn't sell high in Bateman. Like we've been seeing, well, I guess it depends on what exactly happens with Bateman today. If he, goes out there and balls out, like sure, he could be a sell high. But we'll see what he does today. Yes, ! Membership. There's a link to sign up. You get your questions answered 100% of the time. And Tiki, did Tiki ask a question? I don't see any from Tiki here. Oh, right there. My super chat didn't send pick 1. Okay, so we have Beasley, Claypool, or Galladay. Tiki, I would go with, and real quick, I see Dante too with the question. I'm gonna stop that right there. Let me see. Let me double check for you real quick. Cole Beasley. Who was the other one? I gotta look at this. Where's Tiki? Right there. Beasley, Claypool, or Galladay. All right, let me see here. I would go with Kenny Galladay. Unless it's full point PPR, then give me Beasley. So Beasley if it's full point PPR, Galladay if it's not. And we got Dante Ellison with the $2 donation. And we got pick 3. We got Zeke, Monty, J-Rob, Jeff Wilson. I would go with Zeke. I would go Zeke, Monty, and J-Rob. Those are the 3 I would go. It's close between Jeff Wilson. It is definitely close, but I would go with those 3. Appreciate the donation as well. Have they said anything about Saquon's chances to play? I have not seen, but I believe he's going to play this. I believe he's going to play. All right. And we got a $2 donation from Brandon. We got pick wide receiver and flex. We got Wilson or Sanders, Waddle or Pittman. So Wilson or Sanders, I would go with Wilson. And then for the flex, I would honestly go with Waddle. I like Waddle today. I really don't like Pittman a whole lot. The Bills have been super stingy against wide receivers, and they've played some really good wide receivers this year. They've been very stingy against the wide receiver position. You like Darnell Mooney rest of the season? As long as Justin Fields keeps taking steps forward, I do. He seems like he's the wide receiver 1 for the offense now. Is Gronk going to play? I believe he's going to be okay to play. from what I've seen. Bateman or Gallup. Once again, as long as Lamar's playing, I would go with Bateman there. Otherwise, Gallup. Evans or DJ Moore. DJ Moore for me. Actually, no, I want to say probably Evans. I got to double check that. Where do I have Evans? I have Mike Evans. Mike Evans for me. Tony, Gesicki, or Beasley for flex. I would go with Gesicki. Evans or DJ Moore. Evans. Thanks for finding my comment, bro. No problem. You're welcome. Thank you for the donation. Freiermuth or Conklin. I would go with Freiermuth. Ben's playing today, so Freiermuth. DJ Moore, Cooks, and Waddle. Only one of them. I would go DJ Moore. Pick 2. We got Gallup, Barkley, Higgins. I would go with Barkley and Higgins. Darrell Williams or Bateman. As long as Lamar plays, I would go with Bateman. Otherwise, I probably would go with... actually, I'd probably go Bateman either way. Claypool or Galladay. I like Galladay. Kirk or Collins. I would go with Kirk. I had to think about that for a second. Need to know Ingram or Carter today. If it's full point PPR, give me Carter. Otherwise, I would go Ingram. Start Claypool or Tony. I would go with Claypool. You think Najee does good tonight? I think the Steelers have a shot with an organized Chargers are right now. I think Najee's going to be fine. Yeah, he's like one of the few Steelers I would actually play. But I think Najee will be fine. Just he sees way too much of a workload to not be okay. Kirk, DJ Moore, and McLaurin. DJ Moore. Diggs or Chase this week? I would go with Diggs. And real quick, if you haven't already, do me a big favor, hit that like button. Also, subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. And if you're over on TikTok, come on over to YouTube. Get your questions answered. All you got to do is click on my profile, go to my link tree. My link tree will take you over to my YouTube channel. Also, smash that like button over there. I'm at 400. Let's get up to 1K likes. We can do it. And make sure you hit that follow button as I go live over on TikTok throughout the week. Also, post new videos every single day. All right, pick 2. We got Waller, AJ Dillon, Kittle. I would go with Kittle and AJ Dillon. Cam or Jimmy G? Cam. The Steelers are low-key killing Najee with the amount of work they give him. Oh, I agree. Start Higgins or Ayuk. I would go with Higgins. Knox or Goddard. Stream Big Ben, Danny Dimes, Justin Fields, or Baker. I would go with Danny Dimes there. Waller or Knox? Waller. Mooney or Tony? Mooney. Cole Beasley or Dawson Knox? I would go with Cole Beasley. Pittman or McLaurin? I would go with McLaurin. Bateman, Devontae Smith, Pittman. Pick 2. I would go with Bateman and Pittman. As long as, once again, Bateman as long as Lamar's playing, if not, Devontae Smith. Moss or Collins? Collins. Freeman or Murray? From the Ravens backfield, I would fire at Murray. Edwards or T.Y.? I would go with Brian Edwards. Carson Wentz or Danny Dimes? Danny Dimes for me. Bateman or Ayuk? I would go with Bateman as long as Lamar's playing, Bateman. Otherwise, I would go Ayuk there. But we'll know in the next hour if Lamar is officially playing. Chat, let me know because I don't have my notifications turned on right now for my phone. So I won't know if I don't know who's ruled out, who's not ruled out. So as that starts to come in, let me know. Hunter or Fournette? I would go with Fournette. J-Rob or Jeff Wilson? I would go with J-Rob. T.Y. Hilton situation. I mean, I think that he's okay going forward, but this week I really don't like him. I really don't like those wide receivers this week. Would you start Brian Edwards over Ingram, Foreman, or Ayuk? No, I wouldn't. I would start all those guys. I got you with the injury report. Appreciate it, Ryan. Thank you. Mooney or Tony? I would go with Mooney there. Patel. Gaskin a lock against the Jets this week? Yeah. I mean, it depends on your other options. If you have really good options, I don't think it's a lock. But I mean, I do like him this week. He's the top 20 running back. Monty or Fournette? Fournette. Jonathan Taylor or James Robinson? Jonathan Taylor. Waddle, AP, or Dearness? Waddle. Newton, Cousins, or Herbert? Herbert. Pittman or Beasley? I would go with Pittman. Renfro or Bateman? I would go with, once again, as long as Lamar's playing, I'm going with Bateman there. Do I risk playing Saquon in my bench, Gallup? Saquon doesn't play till Monday. Yeah, I would play Saquon. I think that Saquon's going to play this week. I think he should be good to go. If you want to be ultra conservative, you know, go with Gallup, but I think he's going to play this week. Now, could I be wrong? Certainly, but I think that there's a pretty good chance that he plays. Gaskin or Lockett? I would go with Lockett. Jeff Wilson, Monty or Ingram? Monty. Alex Collins or Freeman? I would go with Alex Collins. I doubt there is any Jared goofball owners, but he is listed as Jared Goff. Yeah, I don't think he's going to play today, and they're going to have I believe his name is Tim Boyle. And my gosh, you think Goff is bad? He's probably going to be awful today. Kirk or Devontae Smith? I would go with Devontae Smith, unless Kyler plays, which, well, you probably won't know. What time is that New Orleans game? Is that at 1? Yeah, it's at 1. We won't know. I would just go Devontae Smith. Landry or Ayuk? I would go with Ayuk. Got Gaskin, Collins, Drake, and Gibson. Start 1. I would go Gaskin there, Brian. And we got the $5 donation from Broski73. Yo, what's up, Broski? We got Kirk, DJ Moore, and McLaurin, and then Tua or Herbert. I would go with DJ Moore, and I would go with Herbert there. So DJ Moore and Herbert, and appreciate the $5 donation. Thank you. And this feels like a great time for a quick little plug. If you haven't already, do me a big favor, hit that like button. Also subscribe to the channel if you're over on YouTube. And if you're over on TikTok, come on over to YouTube, get your questions answered. All you got to do is click on my profile, go to my link tree that's in my description. My link tree will take you over to my YouTube channel. So profile, link tree, YouTube channel. And if you're over on YouTube and you want your questions answered, instead of just copying, pasting them and trying to get your questions answered, best thing that you can do is type in ! membership to sign up to be a member. It's as low as $2.99. You're a member and you get your questions answered 100% of the time. So type in ! membership. A link will pop up. Type on or click the link. The link will take you to sign up. And also you can do super chats are available to 100% get your questions answered. As you can see from Alexis. Yo, what's up, Alexis? We got $2.79. Appreciate it. Pick one. We got Jeff Wilson, Mark Ingram, or risk Saquon. I really think that Saquon plays. Let me just double check. Let me see, because I feel pretty confident that Saquon plays this week. So I would go with Saquon. Now, if you want to be conservative, I do think that Jeff Wilson and Mark Ingram are both really solid plays this week as well. The guy that I would go is Jeff Wilson. So it totally depends on what you want to do. Me personally, though, I think that Saquon is going to play, so I would play Saquon. But if you're a little bit nervous about it, totally understand. I think that Jeff Wilson is also a really solid play this week as well. And appreciate the $2.79 donation, Alexis. Thank you. Tua or Wilson? I would go with Wilson. Agnew or Cobb? Yo, Agnew just keeps finding ways to put up points. I would continue to fire up Agnew. All right, we're caught up there. Start 1, Darnell Mooney, Jalen Waddle, or Terry McLaurin. I would go with Terry McLaurin. Start 2, we got Jeff Wilson, Bateman, or Gallup. I would go with Jeff Wilson there. And once again, as long as Lamar plays, give me Bateman. Otherwise, I would go with Gallup. Bateman or Gallup. Once again, I feel like this is a very common question. All right, so here's my answer, and I'm probably going to answer like 5 people with this one thing. Gallup or Bateman? As long as Lamar's playing, I would go with Gallup, or I would go with Bateman. If he is not playing, then I would go with Gallup. So Lamar plays, Bateman. Lamar does not play, Gallup. And we got Dre Breezy with the $1 donation. Dre, did you have a question as well? I'll look for it if you have one. Chances of AB playing again this season with the fake. I think he plays. I think they said he's looking good towards next week, honestly. So I think he plays again. I think AB will play. Let me see. Dre Breezy, did you have a question from earlier? Let me double check. I don't see one. If you have a question, Dre, go ahead and ask it. I'll look for it. I'll look for it. Maybe you did actually. Let me double check. I don't see one. But go ahead. I'll look for your question. Oh, right there. We got pick 2. We got Gaskin, Montgomery, or Carter. I would go with Gaskin and Montgomery there. Dre. Appreciate the donation as well. Thank you. And what was the other question? No, Ryan, I got your question. All right. Jalen Hurts or Cam Newton? Jalen Hurts. Galladay or Gallup? Gallup. Deontay Johnson or DK? DK. Bateman or Gallup? Just kidding. Yo. Honestly, there's a lot of that today. A lot of people. I've gone back many times, back and forth too many times. Bateman or Brandon Cooks? I like Brandon Cooks today. I think this is a good bounce back game for Brandon Cooks. So, not to say that I don't love Bateman. I do love me some Bateman today, Rashad Bateman. But I do love who did I say? Who's the other one? Brandon Cooks. That's who it was. Not many wide receivers are seeing as big as he checks off all the boxes. Target share, air yard share, even he's seeing red zone targets. I mean, he's seeing it all. Like, the dude's playing literally like every single snap for this team. It's just the quarterback play needs to be a little bit better. Dylan or Gaskin? Dylan. How many people have both Bateman and Gallup, though? A lot of people, it seems like. That's definitely the most common question today already. Bateman or Renfro? Bateman as long, and this is another one, Bateman or Renfro. Bateman as long as Lamar plays today. Lockett or Higgins? Lockett. Gallup or Landry? Gallup. Michael Carter or Jeff Wilson? Jeff Wilson. Jamar Chase or Fournette? I would go with Jamar Chase. Should I start Kirk or Hunter? Actually, yes, I would do that. Kirk or Hunter? Christian Kirk. DJ Moore and Mike Williams. DJ Moore. Peterson or Foreman? Foreman. We still on Dalton Schultz over Pat Freiermuth? Yes, I like Dalton Schultz over Pat Freiermuth. Jeff Wilson, Carter, or Bateman? Jeff Wilson. Peterson or Foreman? Foreman. Barkley, Dillon, or Ingram? Only one of them. I would go with Dillon there. Michael Carter or Jeff Wilson? Jeff Wilson. Ayuk or Corey Davis? Corey Davis. Steelers should cut Eric Ebron. No, I agree with that. They should. Carr, Hurts, or Burrow? Pick 2. I would go with Carr. I would go with Hurts and Burrow. Do I start CEH at flex today? It depends on who else you have. Gallup, Bateman, or Jeff Wilson. Now there, I would go Jeff Wilson over those guys. Freiermuth or Goddard. Goddard. AP or Singletary. I would go with let me double check this. I gotta double check this real quick. That's probably honestly pretty close. Singletary is right there. Where is Peterson? He's behind. So Singletary, I would go with Singletary. Chances of Le'Veon Bell ever playing, I think they're low. Unless you have some teams suffer some more injuries. Jalen Hurts or Cam Newton. Jalen Hurts. PPR, we got T. Higgins or David Montgomery. I would go with David Montgomery. Why Wilson over Tua? Please give us your insights. So Wilson over Tua, I just think this is a good bounce back game from Wilson. I know that last week it was really tough, but really Green Bay's been extremely tough against the pass this year, against opposing quarterbacks, especially as of late. This week, Arizona, it doesn't look like Kyler's going to play again today, so I think the Seahawks have a good chance of winning this game, and Russ will be a part of that. So don't get me wrong, I do love Tua today, but I think Russ gets back on track. Goddard or Ertz? I would go with Goddard. Gallup or Bateman? There's another one. Bateman. I would go with Bateman as long as Lamar's playing. Otherwise, if Lamar does not play, then Gallup. Higgins or Brandon Cooks? Brandon Cooks. Pick one. Michael Carter, Michael Gallup, or Bateman. Michael Carter for me. Burrow or Herbert. Williams or Agnew. Wait, what? I'm assuming that's Burrow or Herbert, so I would go with Herbert, Williams, or Agnew. Williams. Dan Arnold, Hawkinson, or Muth? Hawkinson. I have a feeling that the Jets-Dolphins game will be a shootout. I do too. I think it's going to have sneaky upside here. Scoring potential. Titans D or Seattle's D? Titans D. Dylan or J-Rob? I would go with Dylan and Andrews or Devontae Smith. I would go with Devontae Smith there. Any concerns for Jefferson versus Green Bay? Alternative would be Christian Kirk. No, I would still fire up Jefferson. Pollard, Devontae Freeman, or Jaron Johnson. I would go with Devontae Freeman. Waddle going off today. The Dolphins are going to go off today, huh? Who are players I should be targeting before the trade deadline? Just look at my buy and sell video. Those are the players you want to be targeting. When's your trade deadline? This week or is it today? Jaron Johnson or Clyde Edwards-Helaire? I would go with CEH. Michael Carter, Waddle. Pick one. I would go with Michael Carter there. No, I would go with. I gotta double check this. My flex rankings. Let me double check. I actually think it might be. Where's Michael Carter? It might be Jalen Waddle. No, I have Michael Carter higher. Michael Carter. Foreman or Cole Beasley? Foreman for me. Let's see. Justin Jeff is matchup. Yes, he's a beast. December 1st. Okay, so we have time. So I'll have my waiver wire video, or I'll have a trade video out today. Or not today, this week. Is Shepard going to play tomorrow night? I wouldn't count on. I mean, if you have no backup plan and it's just like you starting Sterling Shepard and there's no backup plan for Monday night, I wouldn't do it. I don't know if he's going to play, to be honest with you. I feel like he's pretty iffy. Rodgers or Herbert? I got to double check this one. Rodgers is one spot higher than Herbert. So, appreciate it. No problem. Chubbs or Fournette? I appreciate it, man. I would go with Fournette. Thanks, bro. You're welcome. Devontae Smith, Jacobs, Pittman, or Terrell Williams. Pick one. Devontae Smith, Jacobs, Pittman, or Terrell Williams. I would go with Jacobs there. Let's see. Gallup or Bateman? Bateman as long as Lamar plays. Why is Jarvis so bad when he's the wide receiver one? It has to be Baker. You know, Baker's a beast. The team's going to pay him a bunch of money. Pick one as flex. Gaskin or Tony? I would go with Gaskin. Or Beasley or Sanders. I would go with Gaskin over all of them. Devontae Smith or T. Higgins? T. Higgins, Mike Williams, Hunter, or Gibson? Gibson. Daniel Jones, Justin Fields, or Jimmy G? Daniel Jones. Do you like Devontae Foreman today? Do you like Donta Foreman today? I do like Donta Foreman today. I think that Foreman is a really solid play for anybody that needs him. Yes. Very good matchup. And like I said, he led this team in snaps and touches last week. So, and now you don't have Jeremy McNichols playing as well. So that he's not going to eat into the workload between these two guys. So yes. Gallup or Devontae Freeman? I would go with Gallup. CeeDee Lamb or David Montgomery? CeeDee. Corey Davis, Ayuk, Emmanuel Sanders. Half-point PPR. I would go with Corey Davis. Corey Davis there. Pick one. Michael Carter, Michael Pittman, or Bateman. I would go with Michael Carter there. Emmanuel Sanders or Elijah Moore. I like Elijah Moore today. What's up, bro? What up? Freiermuth or Knox? I would go with Knox. Is it worth holding on? Is it worth starting Darrell Williams? So, if you need like a flex, I think Darrell Williams is an okay flex today. Yeah. Good luck to you. Good luck all today. All thanks, Tyler. No problem, Robert. Good luck to you too, brother. Ingram or Deontay? Ingram. Gronk, Zach Moss, or Landry? I would go with I want to say Gronk, but I'm going to go with Zach Moss. Kirk, Gallup, or Beasley? Gallup, Jeff Wilson, or Carter? Jeff Wilson. Knox, Gronk, or Gesicki? Gesicki. Collins or Claypool? Collins. Miles Sanders or Elijah Moore? I would go with Miles Sanders there. And real quick, if you haven't already, do me a big favor. Hit that like button. If you're over on YouTube, subscribe to the channel. Really appreciate it. And if you're over on TikTok, come on over to YouTube. Get your questions answered. All you got to do is click on my profile. Go to my link tree. My link tree will take you over to my YouTube channel. So profile, link tree, YouTube channel. Come on over, get your questions answered. Make sure you hit that follow button as I go live over there as well throughout the week. And if you're over on TikTok or if you're over on YouTube right now, I'm not answering your questions. Believe me, I'm trying to answer everybody's questions. Best thing that you can do is sign up to be a member to get your questions answered 100% of the time. It's as low as $2.99. All you got to type in is ! membership, and up will pop a link to get you signed up. Also, super chats are available to ensure you get your questions answered. All right. Any player props or team props you like today? So I like the Colts to cover 7. All right. So I like +7 for Indy. I think the Browns absolutely demolished Detroit today. So I'm taking, I know it's a lot of points, but 13.5. I think the Browns destroyed Detroit today. So I'm taking 13.5 for there. Player props, I'll get those pulled up here. Let me get my player props pulled up. But I'll get those. I'll get that in a minute while I'm answering some of these questions while it's loading. I don't have it pulled up. I need to pull up my DFS stuff too. I don't have that pulled up. All right. Just saw a TikTok that CMC is going to drop 40 points to Justin Jefferson. This is the worst week for me. What guy was that? Who had that? If no Lamar, start Bateman. It really depends on who else you have. I don't like Bateman as much if Lamar's not playing today. It just depends on who else you have over Lamar or over Bateman. All right, where is one that I do like? I want to double check this one before I say it. I want to see what the line has here. Where's the rushing? Antonio Gibson. I like Antonio Gibson under 56.5 rushing yards today. I like him to go under that. That's one I do like. Everyday NFL don't know if you know him. I don't know if I know him. Probably not. I caught Bears at +5. That's my upset pick of the week. Ooh, Bears +5. Let's get it, Bears. My upset pick, I don't really know. I was honestly thinking about the Jets as an upset pick today over Miami. Does that count as an upset pick? I would say so because the Miami Dolphins just beat whoever who they just beat? Baltimore. Yeah, I mean that's what I'll say. I'll say Vegas wins today too. All right, so let's get back to answer some questions. God bless the guy who disliked the stream. Tyler is working hard. Kindest person as well. Give him some props. Yo, appreciate you, Patel. Hey, it's okay for somebody that dislikes the stream. It's no problem. They probably didn't get their question answered. Hey, it is what it is. The stream's going super fast. Can only answer as much as I can. Did I miss anybody else up here? I don't know if I missed anybody else. All right. No, I didn't. Oh, so Clam, what's up, brother? What's your bold predictions this week? All right, my bold predictions. DJ Moore bounced back in a big way this week. Him and Cam hook up for, I'm going to say DJ Moore has over 100 yards and 2 tutties this week. So DJ Moore bounced back. I'm also going to just say that the Carolina team looks very impressive today as a whole and goes out there and beats up on the Washington football team. All right, there's number 1. Number 2, Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco leads the New York Jets to victory over the Miami Dolphins. Ooh, Joe Flacco. He's going to look like a stud today, all right? So you better be playing him at DFS. Actually, that's not professional advice. Don't take it. All right? Don't be playing Joe Flacco today. All right? Next thing is, you're going to see Miles Sanders come out. Miles Sanders is going to run all over the New Orleans Saints, although I'm not actually, this is bold, okay? I'm not totally fully in on this, but this is a bold thing that I'm going to say. Miles Sanders is going to come back in. New Orleans Saints right now are the toughest run defense in the NFL, giving up the fewest yards. Miles Sanders comes back in a big way, and Nick Sirianni is going to say, wow, I should have given Miles Sanders the ball a little bit more. Now that I'm giving Jordan Howard the ball all the time, maybe I should give Miles Sanders the ball because he's 10 times the player that Jordan Howard is. So he goes out there and he runs. Big Ben beats Big Ben leads the Steelers in an upset win over the Los Angeles Chargers. Oh, there's another one. Big Ben and the Steelers. They win in a shootout game. Actually, it's not going to be a shootout, but Big Ben beats them. And my fifth one, I'm not totally sold on my fifth one yet. I'll have my fifth one later in the stream. So you got to stick around, Sickland. Hey. All right, we got a $2 donation from Kevin. Thoughts on Mooney? Thanks for everything, dog. I like Mooney. Mooney's been taking over. Mooney has kind of taken over as the wide receiver one here over Allen Robinson. So in this week, has Allen Robinson officially been ruled out? I know that he was doubtful. So if Allen Robinson is officially ruled out, let me know, Chad, if he's officially ruled out. I don't know if he's officially ruled out, but if he's not playing today, I do like Mooney. I think he's a solid play. I don't know if I have him I believe I have him as a borderline top 30 wide receiver this week with what's his face out. Yeah, he's borderline top 30 wide receiver. So I do like him. You answering the most questions and give the best advice, man. Just know that you're truly appreciated, brother. Hey, appreciate it, Jonathan. Really means a lot. Thank you. Fantasy Doctor going live at 11, so I'll be in between streams and his. No problem, Ryan. All right, so let me get to answer some of these questions. All right, pick 3. We got Najee, A.J. Dillon, Jeff Wilson, Barkley, and Myles Gaskin. All right, so pick 3, Najee, A.J. Dillon, and I would go with Barkley. So Najee, A.J. Dillon, Barkley. If you're a little concerned about Barkley possibly not playing, Jeff Wilson's completely fine. Jags beat the Niners after a big win. Ooh, I like that one. That one's nice. I like that. I could definitely see that happening. If he's doubtful, that basically means out. Okay, who you're talking about? Robinson. I really don't think Robinson plays. All right, so let's continue to fire through some questions here. A.J. Dillon or Jefferson? I'm going with A.J. Dillon. Adrian Peterson or CEH? I would go with CEH. You think Boyle will affect Swift? A little bit, to be honest with you. I think Boyle's going to be absolutely atrocious. I'm thinking of, remember that game that Nathan Peterman started, who was that against? For the Bills one time, and he went out there and, his first 4 passes were, interceptions? That's what I'm kind of expecting for Boyle today. I'm expecting them to go out there and just absolutely lay a big, fat egg. And they're going to play awful. I think Cleveland's going to win by about 100 points today. With CEH coming back, should I start Darnell, Dearness, or AJ Green? I would still go with Darrell Williams. Thielen, Collins, Ayuk, Beasley, pick 1. I would go with Thielen. AJ Dillon, big today, or Rodgers throw a big game. I think that both of them can coexist. I think that AJ Dillon, he's going to make his bread and butter around the goal line. So AJ Dillon he'll be heavily involved in this offense. Even in the passing game, he'll see some work. So I think both these guys can both have big games. I think AJ Dillon is a top 10, borderline top 10 play at the running back. Actually, I would probably put him in the top 10 now that it looks like Kyler Murray is going to be out once again. And we got Al with the $2 donation. We got Al for flex. We got Gallup or Carter. I would go with Michael Carter. Also, Tampa Bay or Carolina's defense. Give me Carolina's defense today. Appreciate the $2 donation. Thank you. James Robinson officially active. Let's get it, James Robinson managers out there. Just reading reports that Lamar Jackson is not feeling like himself. Has a virus now, so the Ravens medical staff is getting the water and IV. That does not sound good. So does that mean he's going to try to play, I'm assuming? Or they're going to still wait it out as long as they can? When was this, Clan? Was this just recently, just now, or earlier? Gibson or Devontae Smith? Devontae Smith. Collins or Devontae Freeman? I would go with Collins there. Tua, Fields, Jimmy G, or Newton? Only one, I would go Newton. Dearness or Tony, full point PPR, I would go Tony. I have Kyler on a bye next week. Should I pick up Justin Fields now and drop Herbert as Fields plays the Lions? Do I have your blessings to do this? Yeah, I mean, that's fine. just 5 minutes ago. Oh, man. Oh, boy. So this is not looking good for Lamar. Oh, man. So I'm assuming they're still going to just wait as long as they can. We'll know here soon whether or not Lamar is going to be playing. And if he's not playing today, my gosh. You have Kyler, Lamar. This is getting brutal out here. Good thing. Hey, good thing Cam's back, though. Hopefully you got Cam. Bateman or T. Higgins? I'm going to go with T. Higgins now with this situation going on with Lamar. Elijah Moore or Gallup? Gallup. McLaurin or Elijah Moore? McLaurin. What's your favorite player prop today, good sir? My favorite, Antonio Gibson, under, what was it? Is it 56? Is that what it was? I forget what it was. Antonio Gibson, I think it was 56.5 rushing yards. 56.5. Antonio Gibson, under 56.5 rushing yards. Corey Davis or Michael Gallup? I like, let me see, Corey Davis or Michael Gallup? Michael Gallup there. Although I do like Corey Davis today. McLaurin or Elijah Moore? McLaurin. And real quick, feels like a great time for a quick little plug. If you haven't already, do me a big favor, hit that like button. Also, subscribe to the channel. Really appreciate it. Helps grow the channel. If you're over on TikTok, come on over to YouTube. All you got to do is click on my profile, go to my link tree. My link tree will take you over to my YouTube channel. Come on over. And if you want to ensure you get your questions answered, all you got to do is type in !membership. It'll pop up a link. Click on the link to sign up as low as $2.99. You sign up. You get your questions answered 100% of the time, every time. It works 100% of the time, every time. Also, super chats are available to ensure you get your questions answered as well. Believe me, I'm trying to answer as many questions as I can, but that's the best way to ensure you get your questions answered. So, !membership. All right, Gallup or Bateman? Once again, if Lamar goes today, I would go with Bateman. If he does not go, I would go with Gallup. Just my weekly announcement to my 70 people here. If any of my starting players in my lineup bust this week, I'm going to ratio them on Instagram. Folk survived me as he got 50 points. Who are some of your players this week, Clan? So I know. Steven Drakes, we got trade away Foreman for Elijah Moore, half-point PPR. I would probably just stick with Foreman. I think Foreman has looked all right, and I do think that Foreman has more in his tank than Peterson. So I think as the season progresses here, you'll see Foreman involved in this offense. But now, if you need a wide receiver, I don't think that's bad. But I would stick with Foreman. Bateman or Deontay? Bateman. By the way, do you remember that one of my bold predictions is Nick Folk would have 5 field goals? I was extremely close to 4. And that was a bold one. What are some of your other ones, Clan? I forget. Tua or Rodgers? Rodgers. Should I start A.J. Dillon or Saquon Barkley? A.J. Dillon. Start 3. We got Devontae Smith, McLaurin, or Devontae Smith, McLaurin, A.J. Brown, Waddle, A.J. Brown, McLaurin, Waddle. Mike Williams or Bateman? Bateman. Anyone know if Kyler is out? I don't think he's been officially ruled out yet, but it looks unlikely that he plays. Beasley or Gallup? Gallup. Trust Gronk this week or start Knox? I would just fire up Knox. I wouldn't trust Gronk fully until he gets through a game. Starting Tua, Eckler, Mixon, Dillon, Godwin, and Thielen with Arnold at tight end, Titans defense. All right, what do you think? I think that's solid. I'll be looking for those guys today. If they don't do well, I'll be thinking of you. And we got Cam with the $3 donation. Yo, appreciate you, Cam. We got pick 2, half-point PPR. We got Miles Sanders, Ayuk, Elijah Moore. I would go with Miles Sanders and Ayuk. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go with Ayuk and Elijah Moore. I'm just going to give it a week with Miles Sanders here. I'm going to... This one is so tough. Just because Miles Sanders and CEH are incredibly tough this week. To try to gauge exactly what the usage is going to be for these guys. And both of them have tough matchups. Miles Sanders has the toughest matchup of the week. So honestly, I'm gonna go with the 2 wide receivers there. I'll go with Moore and who's the other one? Ayuk. Appreciate the donation as well. Tyrod, Big Ben, or Flacco? Oof. Oof, down bad. I would go Tyrod. Flex Ayuk or Goddard. I would go with Ayuk, Kittle or Waller. I got Kittle. Start Waddle over Devontae Smith. I would. We got which defense? Arizona, Washington, or the Bears? Well, if Lamar's out, I'm going with the Bears defense. Otherwise, man, I don't really like any of those defenses this week. I would probably go with Arizona. Probably, if Lamar does go, I might. Just Chicago's missing Khalil Mack and Akeem Hicks, so I really don't like them either. Unless Lamar's out, then I would go them. Arnold or Knox? Arnold. Thielen or Renfro? Thielen. Happy Sunday, brother. Yo, what's up, Reese? We got Cooks, Lockett, or Ayuk. I would go with only one of them. I would go with Lockett. Don't make fun of me. 2-quarterback league with Stafford out. Lamar questionable. What was it? Oh, okay. That was... Hey, no, that's how it gets sometimes with the 2-quarterback league. I feel you. Especially because there's nobody available. We got Tony, Elijah Moore, or Pittman. Pick one. I would still go with Pittman there. David Montgomery, A.J. Dillon, or Mark Ingram. I would go with one. I would go with A.J. Dillon. Pick two. We got start Monty, Jeff Wilson, Michael Carter, or Tyler Lockett. I would go with Monty and Jeff Wilson. Should I start Tannehill or Mahomes? Mahomes. Riding with my homies. Deontay or Bateman? Deontay. And we got Cam with the $5 donation. Thanks for the advice, man. I know we know much, but is there any value in trying to get Alexander Mattison right now with the Dalvin Cook allegations? I mean, sure, like you could try. I really don't think anything happens with Dalvin Cook this year. But like certainly if you can get Alexander Mattison, like I would, just in case something happens where this team decides to step in and say, you know what, this is bad publicity for us. So, you know what, Dalvin, we're going to put you on the exempt list or something like that. So it's totally up to you. I do think, I think that acquiring Madison would be good, but don't overpay just because, you know, something that may not happen, you know, may happen. So like, I want to overpay for him, but I definitely think that he's somebody that you could just talk to the managers and see exactly what they want for him, certainly. What have you ate so far? I'm in bed just resting, laying down, watching the best stream on YouTube. Yo, appreciate it, Clint. I have not eaten anything today. Actually, I tried a piece of cornbread. Somebody brought it over. One of my wife's family members with Thanksgiving coming up, and I gotta say it was horrendous, and hopefully they're not watching the stream. I don't know who exactly brought it over, but it was horrendous. I had to spit it out. So hopefully whoever brought it over is not watching the stream right now, and if so, you know, it could have been a little better. All right, just tastes like some flour or something. Edwards gonna be active today? If so, Freeman or Edwards? Edwards. Clyde Edwards-Helaire? Yeah, I believe he's active today, so I would go with Edwards. Tyler, what's up, my man? Yo, what's up, Parker? How you doing? Oh, we got some donations down here. I'm a little behind. All right, so we got a dollar donation from Rob. Rob, did you have a question as well? I see a question up there. Lamar or Tua? I would go with... Well, we'll know with Lamar. If he plays, I would still play Lamar. And Bateman or Tony... Once again, I would go Bateman. As long as Lamar plays, I would play both those guys. Now, if Lamar does not play, then I would still fire up Bateman, but I obviously go Tua. And appreciate the $1 donation. We got a $2 donation from Rocks21. We got McLaurin, Gallup, or Bateman. Sit one, Schultz or Goddard. So sit one, I would go with Gallup. Unless Lamar does not play, then I would sit Bateman and just play Gallup. And then Schultz or Goddard, I would go with Schultz. Appreciate the donation as well. What's up, Tyler? Mahomes, Rodgers, or Russ this week? Also Gronk or Andrews? What's up? I would go with Mahomes, and I would go with Andrews there. So Mahomes and Andrews. And we got a $2 donation from KC Curry. What's up? we got $2 or we got pick 2. Antonio Gibson, Miles Gaskin, Miles Sanders, Jeff Wilson. I would go with Miles Gaskin and Jeff Wilson this week. Appreciate the $2 donation. J-Rob is active per ESPN app. Thank you, Ryan. Why is everyone spamming breaking news? Sorry. We got another $2 donation from Brandon. We got Andrews. Brandon, is anybody going to say it? Is anybody in chat going to say Brandon? Somebody in chat's going to say it. I know it. They're going to say it. Andrews, Schultz, or Hawkinson? Love the stuff, bro. Yo, appreciate the love. Andrews, Hawkinson, or Schultz? All right. I would go with Andrews. Now, if Lamar is out, that becomes interesting because I do love Schultz this week, especially with Amari Cooper out. I honestly would probably go Schultz in a very high-scoring game if Lamar is out. If Lamar plays, though, I would go with Andrews. Let's go, Brandon. I knew somebody was going to do it. There it is. Sean was the one that said it. Jeff Wilson or Kadarius Toney? Jeff Wilson. Barkley or Jeff Wilson? I would still go Barkley there. Jeff Wilson or Pittman? Jeff Wilson. Let's go for Dirty Lettuce. Oh, good name there, Dirty Lettuce. Ingram or Barkley? I would still go with Barkley there. All right, over on TikTok, I'm going to end the stream and go live again on the stream, so make sure you hit that follow button. So should I start Sanders or Freeman? I would go with Sanders. If Lamar is out, is Bateman still a play? I think that Bateman is still a play if Lamar is out. I'm not as high on Bateman, but I still think he's a flex play at that point. But right now, I honestly think that Bateman's a solid wide receiver too, if Lamar plays. Yo, Sean. We have Alex Collins, D. Williams, or Emmanuel Sanders. Let's go, Brandon. We got I would go with Alex Collins there. Hey, what's up, man? How's it going today? Full point PPR. We got Antonio Gibson. Or Devontae Smith. I would go with in full point PPR, I would go with Devontae Smith there. What about Waddle or Deontay? Leaning Deontay since Big Ben is out, but Waddle has a nice matchup against the Jets. Honestly, I have Waddle higher than Deontay. Unless is it full point PPR? If it's full point PPR, I would probably go with Deontay because he's a target machine. And we got Max with the $1 donation. Max, did you have a question as well? I'll look for your question. I don't see a question attached to it. If you have a question, please ask your question again. I don't see it, so I'll look for your name, Max. And we got Freddie with the $5 donation. Yo, appreciate you, Freddie. We got PPR pick 1. We got Devontae Smith, Bateman, or Lockett. Devontae Smith, Bateman, or Lockett. I would go with Lockett. Lockett, only pick 1. Lockett. And appreciate the $5 donation. And who am I looking for? Was it Max or something? Max, yes. Max, if you have a question, just ask it. I'll look for you. Big Ben is active. Let's go, Brandon. What wide receiver should I get for Saquon? Package with Lockett. So trade Saquon and Lockett? I mean, geez, you're looking for a wide receiver? I mean, definitely, like, for those two guys, I would 100% be looking for, like, a top 5 guy. Like, those are 2 stud players. I know that the value may not be as high, but, like, those 2 guys are super, uber talented studs that I wouldn't give up for cheap. So, honestly, I'm looking at, like, CD, Debo, like somebody like that in that range, definitely who I'm looking at. And we got another $5 donation from Max. Standard scoring league, Bateman, Gallup, or McLaurin. Who has the most boom? Who should I start? Then Cole Kmet or Uzama. All right, so Bateman, Gallup, or McLaurin. Who I like there? If Lamar plays today, honestly, I like Bateman the most. If he does not play today, then I would go with McLaurin. But I do love Gallup. So this is standard scoring. I would go with Bateman if Lamar does not play. And then, honestly, I would probably go with Gallup in the standard scoring over McLaurin just because that game has a super, I believe it's 56 right now, is the over-under for that game. So there should be a lot of points scored in that game. Gallup would have a decent shot at a touchdown. So I would go with Bateman. If if Lamar's active, otherwise Gallup. Appreciate the donation as well. And we got Collins or Jarrell Williams. I'm gonna go with Alex Collins. Aaron Rodgers has turf toe. Is he playing? We got full point PPR from Clay. We got Jarvis Landry, Corey Davis, or Brandon Ayuk. I would go with Corey Davis. All right, and I'm caught up over here. I'm gonna go over on TikTok real quick and end the stream and then go live. But Aaron Rodgers is active. All right, he's active. Gesicki, Knox, or Waller, PPR. I would go with only one of them, Waller. Herbert or Lamar. Don't know if Lamar is going to be good if he plays. I would still go with Lamar. As long as he plays, I would fire up Lamar. Pittman, Jacobs, or Renfro. I would go with Jacobs. If Lamar is out, who should I go? Bateman or Sanders in the flex? I would go with Sanders. How do you like Jeff Wilson this week? I love Jeff Wilson. Love Jeff Wilson, boy. Renfro or Waddle. Knox or Kittle. Conklin or Knox. Andrews or Zach Ertz. Andrews. Kevin, who you got? Okay, he's asking. James Robinson, Keenan Allen, or Mike Evans for the flex. James Robinson, Keenan Allen, or Mike Evans. I would go with Mike Evans there. Waddle, Renfro, full point PPR. I like Waddle. Tony or Terry. Ayuk or Debo. Or no, that's Ayuk or Gallup. AP or Devonta Smith. Love hopping on your stream. Yo, appreciate it, Asher. Pick 2. We got start Debo, DK, or Mike Evans. Oof. I would go Debo and DK. I mean, that's very close. Pick 2. Oof. Those are some really good options there. Cam or Kirk? Cam. Wilson or Dak? All right, gonna go back live over on TikTok right quick. All right, let's go back live over on TikTok. Ali Cox or Komet? Komet. I would go with Komet. Sanders or Josh Jacobs? Oh, actually, you know what? In the $5 donation one, I didn't answer the second part. It was Komet or Uzama. I gotta double check my rankings here real quick. And I'm sorry about that. I totally missed the. I want to say Uzama. Yeah, Uzama. Is it Uzama or Uzama? I would go with Uzama. And sorry, I missed that. I apologize. All right, and we got a $2 donation from Kevin. Thoughts I could get James Robinson and Waddle for Zeke? I would probably just keep Zeke. Unless you're saying you would give those guys away for Zeke. No, you're saying you could get. I would rather have Zeke personally. Waddle still has his bye week. James Robinson's a little bit banged up, doesn't play on a very good team. Zeke is Zeke. We saw last week. Like, the dude could just have not that good of a yardage day, but score a pair of touchdowns on one of the league's best offenses. So I would keep Zeke personally. And appreciate the $2 donation, Kevin. After Wilson coming off a poor performance, I'm skeptical to start him against the Cardinals. Would you pick up Newton or Jones to play this week over him? Newton. Yes, I actually have Newton one spot higher than Wilson. So I would play Newton. Great matchup today. Pick one. We got Tony, Claypool, or Sanders. I would go with Sanders. Waller or Gronk. Waller. J-Rob, Saquon, pick 2. Gaskin. I would go with Saquon and J-Rob. Pittman or Williams? I would go with Pittman. You really think D. Smith over AP? AP got Houston, D. Smith over has New Orleans? I mean, I do. As long as it's PPR, I would do that. If it's standard scoring, sure, I would probably go with AP. Better chance at a touchdown. But if it's PPR, I would go with Smith. Arnold against a tough 49ers defense or Cole Kmet? I would still fire up Arnold. As you know, Seclan, I'm big on Arnold, all right? Leading this team since being traded to them in what, week 4? Week 4, leading this team in targets, receptions, and yards. A tight end leading his team in targets, receptions, and yards. Feel good about it. You said Deontay over Waddle if it's full point. Yes, if it's full point, I like Deontay because Deontay is an absolute target machine. Big Ben, like, looks his way so much. Big Ben peppers that dude with targets. Cousins or Wilson? Wilson. Scary Terry or Higgins? I still have Scary Terry a little bit higher. Jeff Wilson or Lockett? I would go with... I need to double check this one. What are my flex rankings at? This one's got to be close. Where's Jeff Wilson? Right there. Tyler Lockett. I have Jeff Wilson higher. Jeff Wilson is higher. Can I start Hawkinson, or is it worth finding it? Reese. I would fire up Hawkinson, but I'm going to tell you what. I really do not like Hawkinson this week. I really don't like... What's his name? Tim Boyle, I believe is his name. The quarterback here. I really do not feel good about this at all. Even for DeAndre Swift, I'm a little skeptical this week. But I'm still playing both of them. I don't feel great about it, nor do I feel confident. There's literally nobody else on Detroit that I'm going to play other than those two guys this week. Morning, what's up? How you doing? Noister, how you doing, brother? Hurts or Cam? I like Hurts. Marcus Johnson or AJ Green? Ooh. Honestly, I'd fire up Marcus Johnson, especially because it does not look like Kyler is going to play this week. Jeff Wilson or Devontae Foreman? I would go with Jeff Wilson. Justin Jefferson or Lockett? / Steve Williams. Okay, I would go with Justin Jefferson and Jeff Wilson. Robert. So Justin Jefferson and Jeff Wilson. Please, Max Lib. What did Max Lib say? Start 3. Waddle, Lockett, Bateman, Tony, McLaurin, Ayuk. I would go with Lockett, Waddle, McLaurin. I'm good, brother. Thanks. No problem. Collins or Wilson? Wilson. AJ Brown and Brandon Cooks for Reek. Cooks on my bench. I wouldn't do that personally. No. Hurts or Herbert? Hurts or Herbert? Actually, I guess I would. No, I wouldn't do that. Hurts or Herbert? Hurts. J-Rob, Saquon, pick 2. Gaskin. I would go with J-Rob and Saquon. And real quick, if you're over on TikTok, come on over to YouTube, get your questions answered. All you got to do is click on my profile, go to my link tree in my description. My link tree will take you over to my YouTube channel. So profile, link tree, YouTube channel. Come on over, get your questions answered. Also, if you're over on YouTube right now, do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. And if you want your questions answered 100% of the time, the best thing that you can do to get your questions answered is sign up to be a member. All you got to do is type in !membership. You sign up to be a member, you get your questions answered 100% of the time. You get a green name tag and a little badge, and it's as low as $2.99. You sign up to be a member today. Just don't buy a McRib today. And it's as low as a membership, and you get your questions answered 100% of the time. Also, super chats are available to ensure you get your questions answered. All right, CEH or Williams? I would go CEH, but it is really close. Cam Newton or Jimmy Garoppolo? Cam Newton. Browns defense or Buccaneers defense? Browns defense. And we got a $2 donation from Gerald Ryan. Carr, Fields, or Jones if Lamar is out? If Lamar is out, I would go with... I got to double check this. Carr, Fields, or Jones. I would go with Carr. I would go with Derek Carr. And appreciate the $2 donation. Dak or Herbert? Dak. Cam or Tua? Cam. Pick one. AJ Brown, Jamar, or Mike Evans. AJ Brown. Bateman or Devonta Smith. Full point PPR. I would go with... as long as Lamar's playing, I would go with Bateman. If he does not play, I would go with Devonta Smith. News. It is possible that Kamara misses next week. Aaron Jones will probably be out until week 14. Who said that? Fantasy Doctor? Sanders or Josh Jacobs? Josh Jacobs. Gaskin, Waddle, or Deontay? Gaskin, Waddle, or Deontay? Gaskin, Waddle, or Deontay? I gotta look at this. This is gonna be close. Gaskin right there. Waddle. Where's Waddle? Waddle. Gaskin. I have Gaskin the highest. CEH playing today? Yes, I believe he's active. Yo, Ryan, ask the fantasy doctor if he knows me. I want to come on his show one time. Got Miles Sanders in my IR spot. Would you drop Claypool or Cam Newton for him? Oh man, normally don't you? Oh, you gotta drop one of those guys. I guess I would drop Cam if you have Herbert. I don't feel great about it, but are you gonna play Miles Sanders today? I would just wait if you're not gonna play him today. Miles Sanders or Josh Jacobs? Josh Jacobs. Devonta Foreman or Jarrell Williams? I would go with Devonta Foreman. Gronk or Schultz? Schultz, Tony Pollard, or Javonte Williams? Well, Williams isn't playing this week, so Tony Pollard, baby. Hawkinson or Goddard, full point PPR. You know what? I'm going with Goddard today. Please answer my question, says Aiden. We got Gronk or Schultz. Schultz. The fantasy doctor yelled at chat because I kept spamming questions about Kamara. Oof. Oh, Ryan, he doesn't like you, huh? You're a spammer? Oh, Ryan. Way to go, Ryan. You got the whole chat in trouble, and now the fantasy doctor's gonna log off for the day. Prescott or Hurts? Hurts. Breaking news, Lamar Jackson is not doing well enough to play per... Oh, man. So he's gonna be out? So is he officially out? Does Tony Jones being active off of IR hurt Ingram a lot? I want to say hurt him a lot, but a little bit. It definitely hurts him a tiny bit. Dak or Rodgers, and why? I would go with Dak and my Amber. My reasoning why is because Dak right now, this game, as you can see, I'm going to pull it up on the screen here. As you can see, where's this game at? This game has an over-under right now of 55.5 points. 55.5 points. Where's this game at? 47. So this game is scoring nearly 10 points more, meaning that there should be a lot more offense, a lot more scoring happening in this game than this game. And that's why I would go at Dak, because of the what Vegas thinks is going to happen, and honestly what should happen is why I would go with Dak over Rodgers. Goddard or over Ertz? I would, yeah. Please answer my question. I've been here for 30 minutes. All right, I'll answer your question. Mooney or Watkins? I would go with Mooney, especially with what's his face looking like he's going to be out. Gesicki or Schultz? I know Gesicki, but we the boys. I'm gonna say Gesicki, but I'm with you, Ozai. I really like Dalton Schultz a lot today as well. So I'm a big fan of Dalton Schultz. I would go Gesicki because I got my crush. Gesicki's definitely one of my fantasy football crushes. But I would personally go with Schultz. But do you want to be a Cowboys homer? Go for Schultz. Cam Newton or Jimmy G? Cam Newton. Jeff Wilson or Michael Gallup? Jeff Wilson. Goddard or Arnold? Arnold. No. I'm sorry. Goddard. I'm not playing Sanders today, but so I'm not dropping anyone yet. But the rest of my bench is Mitchell, Mike Williams, Bateman, Pittman, and Pitts. So I'll have to drop someone the next 2 weeks if it was one of those two. So yeah, what could happen though is maybe somebody gets hurt this week and is out for season. So I would just continue. If you don't if you're not gonna play Sanders and you're okay just leaving your lineup as is, just hold out as long as you can. But if you do get to the point, I would just drop Cam. I would just fire up Herbert every single week. We got Giraffe with a $2 donation. We got Start One. We got DJ Moore, Devontae Smith, or DJ Moore. Wait, but DJ Moore is there twice. So you really wanted to play DJ Moore? Honestly, I would still go DJ Moore. I love DJ Moore this week. I think he bounces back in a big way. So DJ Moore, and appreciate the $2 donation. Yep, Lamar was downgraded to doubtful. Oh no, Lamar. That kind of stinks. Gosh. I don't think I have Lamar in any of my leagues, but I need to double check. I don't really think I have any Ravens players except one. I think I have Rashad Bateman in a few of my leagues, so I don't feel great about Rashad Bateman anymore as much as I did. So now I'm gonna fire up Corey Davis with a good old Joey boy leading them to victory here. Corey Davis or Manny Sanders? Corey Davis. DJ Moore, big day with Cam or sit? DJ Moore, big day with Cam. Book it. Book it. JWJ or A. Gibson? Who's JWJ? Jeff Wilson Jr.? Jeff Wilson Jr. Renfro or Gallup? I had Bateman, but yeah. Well, Ozai, come on now. I know who you really want to play. Yeah, look at Ozai trying to get all those Dallas players in his lineup. At first, it was, oh, I don't know if I should play Gesicki or Schultz, when really you know who to play, but you really want to play Schultz. And now this one, you know who you should be playing, but we know who you want to play, so fire up Gallup. Although, no, I do like Gallup. I would go Gallup there. It is close, but fire up Gallup. I like him. I don't know what's going on anymore. Someone in Fantasy Doctor chat said they've been giving Lamar an IV to hydrate him, so I'll let you know what happens. Yeah, that's what I saw. The last I've seen is they were giving him IV and stuff to try to get him ready to go. Don't know if he's going to go. It doesn't look good, though. Cam or Tyrod, Goddard or Sammy? I would go with Cam and Goddard or Sammy. I would go with Goddard. CEH or Jarrell Williams? I would go with CEH. Gallup, Devontae Smith, Antonio Gibson, Renfro. I want to go with, I would go with Gallup there. Lamar Jackson officially out with an illness. Lamar Jackson is out, people. Lamar Jackson is out. No. Dude, that's such a bummer. Yo, the Bears might win today. I mean, hey, good for the Steelers because the Steelers are going to put on a show tonight. But honestly, man, downgrade a lot of your Baltimore players. Who's their backup quarterback? Who is it now? Is it Trace? Is that their backup quarterback? Who's Baltimore's backup quarterback? Oh, Tyler Huntley. Tyler Huntley, then Trace. Ugh, jeez. I don't feel great about this. This man is screaming at chat like a teacher because people keep asking about players he already talked about. Who's that? The fantasy doctor? Is that what you're saying? Bear down. Yo, bet the Bears. Oh, did they probably lock it as well? I'd imagine that they probably locked it. Oh, they haven't locked it yet, guys. Oh, they changed it. Okay. The Bears plus 2.5. Oof. Oof. Yo, Bears. Yo, go get your bet in on the Bears. Who thinks the Bears win outright? I think the Bears have a chance of winning outright, to be honest. Bears. Oh, you got Bears plus 5 looking really good. Yes. Waddle versus the Jets or Renfro versus Cincinnati? I would go with Waddle. Waddle. Who should I play? Debo, Godwin, Chase, McLaurin, pick 3. Thielen. Debo, Godwin, Chase. Debo, Godwin, Chase, Connor. Kyle Buller is the backup? No, I thought Nate Peterman was. Ozai. Actually, you know who should be their backup? Dak Prescott. That dude's garbage. Ozai left chat. Ozai left the Xbox Live party. Michael Carter, Devontae Smith, Jeff Wilson, or Bateman, Jeff Wilson. Gallup or Thielen. Thielen. Start Tua and Waddle or DK and Rodgers. DK and Rodgers. Bateman or Beasley. I'm honestly still gonna go with Bateman here. Like Bateman's still gonna be involved in this offense. I picked it up as soon as I heard the news that he was questionable, so it's 50-50. That's smart. Smart play on your end. You know what I mean? Trying to get me fired up. Ozai, it's too easy, you know? Just like the Steelers would honestly probably beat the Dallas Cowboys this year if they played. Bateman or Beasley with Lamar out. I still go Bateman there. Garoppolo or Danny Dimes? Danny Dimes, baby. Deontay Harris or Mike Williams? Oh, that's where we're at now? I would still go with Mike Williams. All right, real quick little plug here. If you haven't already, do me a big favor. Hit that like button. Also subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Really appreciate it. It helps grow the channel. And if you're over on TikTok, come on over to YouTube. Get your questions answered. All you got to do is click on my profile. Go to my link tree. My link tree will take you over to my YouTube channel. So profile, link tree, YouTube channel. Come on over. Get your questions answered. And also hit that follow button as I go live strictly on TikTok throughout the week as well. So come on over to YouTube. Get your questions answered. All right. Let's see. Garoppolo or Danny Dimes? Danny Dimes. Any news on Lamar? Lamar is officially out. Tyler, I have an important question. What are you buying on Black Friday or Cyber Monday? I'm going to buy a new. Any product recommendations? Honestly, I'm probably not buying anything. To be completely honest with you, I don't really. I'm terrible. I wait, honestly, till it's about Christmas Eve and then do all my Christmas shopping. Like, I'm so bad when it comes to this kind of stuff. Every single year, I'm like, dude, you know what? I'm going to start buying Christmas presents really early this year, and it always happens. Literally, Christmas Eve, my wife is like, Tyler, like, you do this every single year. I know what's going to happen. And it literally every single year. Christmas Eve rolls around, oh my gosh, I haven't done any shopping yet. I go out and I buy everybody gift cards. That's honestly what I do every single year. Fire up Tyler Huntley and fantasy comeback on this comment when he drops a 20 bomb. All right, I'll remember that. I've got some gross options for my flex. Claypool, Zach Moss, or Zach Ertz. Oof. I would go with Zach Moss there, Ryan. Don't feel great about it. Michael Johnson, be completely honest, or I'm really in the club. Michael Johnson, what do you mean? What do you mean by that? I'm not exactly sure what you mean by that. I don't know what you mean, Joshua. People Jones isn't active. Are you still rocking with Corey Davis over Jarvis Landry? Dang it, I'm starting in one of my leagues too. Well, I got to go change that. I was really desperate. That's a dynasty league as well, where my team is not looking good. I'm still going with Corey Davis, yes. Marcus Johnson or Randall Cobb? Okay, Marcus Johnson. Marcus Johnson. I'm still going with Marcus Johnson. Wow, just dropped the spread to 1.5. Oh yes, it's going down. Tyler, you should buy that big screen TV for Christmas so you can see them boys up close and be part of the hype. No, I'll watch the Steelers probably win the Super Bowl this year on that team. No cap, as the kids say, no cap. Now with the Lamar news, Gallup or Bateman? I would go Gallup now. Gallup. Gibson or Gallup? I'm going with Gallup. Huntley or Brady, since Huntley can run? I'm still firing up Brady there. Tyrod, Flacco, or Simeon? Tyrod. Justin Jefferson or Lockett? I would go with Justin Jefferson. And I would go with Jeff Wilson there, Robert. Kirk or Russ? Russ. Tyrod, Flacco, or Simeon? Tyrod. Bateman or Jeff Wilson? Jeff Wilson. Debo or CD? CD. That's got to be really close. I have Debo one spot ahead of. I have Debo as wide receiver 4 and CD as wide receiver 5. So incredibly close. So close. Rashad Bateman or Mike Williams at flex. Lamar is out. Yeah. Honestly, I'm just going to go with Mike Williams here. I've been here for like 30 minutes. Bro, all good though. Yo, I got you. Lucille. My dog is barking. Pick 2. We got wide receiver and a flex. We got Jamar, Evans, Godwin, or Jefferson. I would go Jamar, Evans, and Jefferson there. Sit out Godwin. Lucille. Lucille, come here. Gallup or Kirk? Gallup. Corey Davis or Robbie Anderson? Corey Davis or Ayuk? I would still go with Corey Davis there. You skip mine 5 times now, please. Hey. If I'm skipping your question, believe me, I'm not doing it on purpose. Believe me. You know, I know you're copying and pasting your answers, your questions, but the best thing you can do is sign up to be a member. It's $2.99. I mean, you sign up and you get your questions answered 100% of the time. Exclamation point, membership. That's all you got to type in. It pops up a link, and then you sign up. $2.99. You sign up. You get your questions answered 100% of the time. That way, you don't have to feel like I'm skipping your questions. Also, super chats are available to ensure you get your questions answered. All right. Over on TikTok, if you're over on TikTok, come on over to YouTube, get your questions answered. All you got to do is all you got to do is click on my profile, go to my link tree. My link tree will take over to my YouTube channel. So come on over, get your questions answered. And if you're on YouTube, do me a big favor, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Really appreciate it. All right. So you skipped my question 5 times now. James Robinson, Mark Ingram, Jeff Wilson, pick 2. I would go with James Robinson, Jeff Wilson. Lamar Jackson is out. Lamar is officially out. Yes. Knox or Andrews? Andrews. I would still go with Andrews there. Is Miles Sanders a good start this week if I need a running back? I mean, if you're desperate, yeah. Been here for 45 minutes. Pick 2, CEH, Mooney, or Emmanuel Sanders. I would go with Mooney and CEH. Tony or Bateman? I would go with. Honestly, I'm still firing up Bateman there. Cam or Russ? Cam. You missed the first part of the question. Herbert or Rodgers? Herbert or Rodgers? Herbert. And why Evans over Godwin? Just a threat to score a touchdown every single week. That's why. Skip all the questions. I'm going to literally skip every single question now and only answer my own questions. So, Tyler, who do you think is going to win today? The Steelers or the Steelers? The Steelers, obviously. Steelers are the best team in the NFL, Tyler. Yeah, I know that. Joe Burrow or Tua? Tua Tagovailoa. Jeff Wilson or Mark Ingram? Jeff Wilson. Do I start Robbie Anderson or Watkins? Lamar is out. Robbie Anderson. Gallup or Ayuk? Full point PPR. I would go with Gallup. Start Carr or Cousins? Cousins. Actually, I'm going with Carr there. I'm sorry, Carr. Miles Sanders or Kadarius Toney at full point PPR? Give me Miles Sanders. Been here since Thursday Night Football. Please answer my question. What food are you gonna have during the game? I don't know, because my wife is gone right now. She's not gonna cook me my food. Might have to order something. I don't know yet, to be honest with you. I was really hoping to go and get myself some of those ghost pepper chicken nuggies. Has anybody had any of them? Are they actually hot? Those ghost pepper chicken nuggies from DK? Let me know in chat. Are they actually hot? They actually taste like ghost peppers. I find that very hard to believe that they're as hot as ghost peppers. Casey Baker, no, not Baker, Babber, with the $2 donation. Yo, appreciate you, Casey. We got Cam or Russ, Jeff Wilson or Gaskin. I would go with Cam, and I would go with Jeff Wilson. Tannehill or Wentz? Tanny. Hey, Gaskin or Montgomery? Hey, what's up? I would go with Montgomery. Lamar or Kirk? Or no, that's Latavius Murray or Kirk. I would go with Kirk. Start Allen, Gallup, or Pittman? Allen. They're good. The Nuggies are good. They're fire. Pittman or Mike Williams? Pittman. Please, DJ Moore, Terry McLaurin, Jeff Wilson. Pick 2. I would go with DJ Moore and Jeff Wilson. Jair Alexander or Trevion Diggs? I mean, I would go with Diggs just because he's getting those interceptions. Bateman or Elijah Moore? Bateman. I will sign up for membership eventually, but for now, I'm squeezing pennies. Also, the ghost pepper nuggies are not spicy at all. They're not spicy at all. Oh, what a letdown. Come on, Burger King. I make them... You say ghost pepper? Come on. Isn't a ghost pepper... No. Ghost pepper's... Carolina Reaper's the hottest. But I mean, still, you're going to say ghost pepper, and they're not even going to be hot? What are you doing, Burger King? What are you doing? Make them spicy. Boyle, McCoy, or Huntley? Oh my gosh. Jay's 1441 is down very bad. He's got Boyle, McCoy, or Huntley at quarterback. Oof. I'm going to have to go with Huntley, to be honest with you. At least there's some rushing potential there with him. So that's what I'm going to do. Bateman or Kirk? Kirk. Pat or Gronk? Fryermuth. Why are you skipping over me, man? No, I'm not skipping over anybody. Literally, I'm just going over a bunch of questions that I see. Typically, if the questions are nice and short, I'll answer the questions. If they're a paragraph long, chances are I'm not going to answer it. That's a lot of reading to do and a little bit of time that I have to answer question. So, honestly, keep your question as short as possible. This guy or this guy? Easy. Like this one right here. Godwin or Pittman? Very easy. Godwin. All right. You type it out emojis, honestly, is not going to help you get your questions answered. Actually, it's probably going to not get your question answered if you're typing out emojis. Just keep it short. This guy or this guy. Then I can answer it. If it's a longer question, I mean, I sometimes I answer those, but like a lot of the time it's just this guy or this guy. And, I try to answer as many as I can. We got CH or Beasley. Or no, CH, I'm sorry. Mark Ingram or Waddle. Tony or Corey Davis. Jimmy G or Danny Dimes. Ingram or Waddle. Bateman or Gibson with Lamar out. I would go with Antonio Gibson. Murray or Drake. Oof, I would go with Murray. I'm down bad 2-quarterback league. Lamar out. Bridgewater on bye. Oh, that is bad. Those guys. Oh, man. Good luck to you, Jay. Hopefully you win this week. Diggs or Jamar? Diggs. Higgins or Waddle? I like Waddle. Bateman or Renfro? Bateman. No, I'm sorry. Renfro. Especially with Lamar being out. Muth or Ertz? Muth. Hines or Murray? Murray. Bears D or Niners D? Oh man, this makes an interesting one now. I probably go with the Bears D. What is the over under of that Niners? Let me double check. 45. This one's 40. Yeah, I mean, look at that. It's plummeting now. This is just plummeting here for this game. I would go with the Bears defense. Is Mark Andrews still a solid starter? No, I still like him. It just depends on who else you have. Like, if you're trying to get cute and start like Pat Freiermuth over him, I wouldn't do that. I would just fire up. I would just fire up Mark Andrews. Should I start Barkley or Darrell Williams? Barkley. Kyler or Hurts? Hurts. I don't think Kyler's going to play, so I would just fire up Hurts. Mooney or Jeff Wilson? Wilson. Thanks, man. No problem. Brandon Cooks or Mike Evans? I would go with Mike Evans. Pick 3. We got Gaskin, Josh Jacobs, Cook, Ingram. I would go with Cook, Gaskin, and Josh Jacobs. Should I start Barkley or Darrell Williams? Barkley. Elijah Moore or Jarvis Landry? Elijah Moore. Rashad, Mike Williams, or Lockett. I just want a safe option. Tyler Lockett is who I would go, TJ. Foreman or AP, I would go with Foreman. Wilson or Ingram? Wilson. Lockett and Carner for Hollywood Brown and Gibson. Yeah, I think that's fair, Angel. I would do that. CEH or Beasley? CEH. Wilson or Alex Collins? Wilson. Godwin, DJ Moore, DK, pick 2. I would go with DJ Moore and DK. Big Ben or Heineke? Ugh, neither. I would go with Heineke. Mike Williams or Darrell Williams? I would go with Mike Williams. Schultz or Andrews? Honestly, I would go with Schultz. Kyler or Hurts? Hurts. All right, real quick plug time. If you haven't already, do me a big favor, hit that like button. Also, subscribe to the channel if you're over on YouTube. If you're over on TikTok, come on over to YouTube. Get your questions answered. All you got to do is click on my profile, go to my link tree. My link tree will take you over to my YouTube channel. So, profile, link tree, YouTube channel. Come on over, get your questions answered. Hit that like button for me as well over there. Also, follow as I go live throughout the week on TikTok only. So, make sure you hit that follow button as well. All right, back to YouTube. Andrews or Gronk with Lamar officially out? I would still go with Andrews. I want to see Gronk get through a full game first. Bears or Seahawks D? Pick one. I would go with the Bears D. CEH or Beasley? CEH. Standard. We got Diggs, AJ Brown, Chase. I would go with Diggs and AJ Brown. I came over from TikTok 5 weeks ago and you are the man. Appreciate it, Michael. Thank you. Honestly, I do appreciate it. Diggs and Elliott for Connor, Debo, and Miles Sanders trade. So Diggs and Elliott for Connor, Debo, and Miles Sanders. No, I wouldn't do that. I would keep what you have. Cam Newton or Tua. Cam Newton. Jeff Wilson or T. Higgins. Jeff Wilson. DeAndre Swift or CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb. Drop Claypool or drop Bateman or Claypool for Tannehill since Lamar is out. Oh man. Honestly, I'm dropping Claypool. As a Steelers fan, I just, like, this offense is so garbage. I'll drop Claypool. Foreman or AP? Foreman. Bateman or Beasley? Bateman. No, I'm going Beasley there. I'm sorry. I have Mark Andrews and Hawkinson. I'm in a tough situation. Oh, that is really tough. I'm going with Mark Andrews. I do not feel great about either or, though. Ty Johnson or Latavius Murray? If it's PPR a little top, I would go with Ty Johnson. Otherwise, Latavius Murray. Bears or Bulls defense? The Bulls defense? Who's the Bulls defense? The Chicago Bulls? I would go with the Bears. Bears or Bills? I would go with the Bears. James Conner or Saquon? Saquon. Goddard or Conklin? Goddard. Is Gallup a good start? Gallup is a solid start. I like Gallup this week. Hawkinson or Andrews? I like Andrews. Don't feel great about it either or. Browns or Carolina? I think the Browns, it's going to be tough beating New England #1 defense this week, but there's a real chance the Browns are going to be one of the top defenses this week, so Browns. Saquon a good start? Absolutely. Darrell Williams or Jeff Wilson? Jeff Wilson. Start Hines or Jeff Wilson? Jeff Wilson. Thoughts on going with Cam Newton with Lamar being ruled out? Love Cam. Super Cam. Bears or Titans defense? The Bears. Jeff Wilson over 77.5 rushing yards. If he was, I still think he's a little bit slow. I'm going to take, no, I don't think he gets over it. I don't think he gets over it. I think he's going to have a really solid fantasy day, though. I think he'll score a touchdown, but 77.5, he'll be awfully close to that number. He'll be really close. I'd probably take the under, though. Saquon or Lockett? Saquon. Barkley, Swift, Sanders, Gibson, Ingram, pick 3, please. Barkley, Swift, and Ingram. Mark Andrews, TJ Hawkinson, or Zach Ertz? I'm still going with Mark Andrews. I'm still firing on Mark Andrews, baby. Bateman or Renfro? Renfro. Terry or Gallup? Terry. Pittman or Thielen? Thielen. Latavius Murray or Marcus Johnson? For full point, I would go with Marcus Johnson. Gallup or Thielen? Full point, I would go with Thielen. Myles Gaskin or James Robinson? James Robinson. Emmanuel Sanders or Mark Andrews? I would go with Manny Sanders. Waddle or Jeff Wilson? Jeff Wilson. But Saquon going against Tampa Bay, I'm not even worried. So far this year, New Orleans has been a tougher matchup against the running back position. Saquon Barkley had a phenomenal day. That's Saquon, okay? Saquon could get bottled up 12 carries for 14 yards. He just needs that one play. That's the type of player that Saquon Barkley is. One play, 77-yard touchdown. That's what Saquon is. You take that every single week. Saquon is matchup proof. It does not matter who he's playing. Don't care. You fire him up every single week. It don't matter. Thanks, my guy. You're welcome. Jamal Williams or David Johnson? Oof. I'm going to go with David Johnson. Ingram or DJ Moore? DJ Moore. Burrow or Carr? Carr. Gaskin or Montgomery? Montgomery. Brandon Cooks or Waddle? Brandon Cooks. Bears D or Chargers D with Bosa back? Honestly, I'm going to go with the Bears D. CEH or Miles Sanders? CEH. Eckler trade for Connor? Sanders? Yeah, I would do that. Do I start Sammy Watkins or Kenny Golladay? I would go with Kenny G. Lamar is out. Wentz or Tua? Tua. Ayuk or Elijah Moore? Ayuk. Hurts, Herbert, Burrow, or Cousins or Kyler if he plays? I would go with Hurts. I wouldn't risk it with Kyler. I mean, if he plays, I would play him. What time is that? What time is that Philly game? Is that at 1? That's at 1. Golladay or Jarvis? Golladay. Eckler trade for Connor. If you're getting Eckler, I would do that. Brandon Cooks or Terry McLaurin? Brandon Cooks. CEH or William? CEH or CEH. with Lamar out, do I start Bateman, Landry, or Beasley? There I would go with. I don't know. This is so tough. I still think that Bateman is okay. But with those other guys, I would probably go with Landry. Galladay or Jarvis? I would go with Galladay. Antonio Gibson or Michael Carter, full point PPR. And full point, I would go with Michael Carter. Dylan or Saquon? I would go with Dylan there. I love Dylan this. AJ Dillon or Tony? Or no, that's Dan Arnold or Tony. I would go Dan Arnold. Wings or barbecue? Can't decide. Now you're making me hungry. Honestly, wings. I would love to go for some wings. I have not had wings in a while. Start Schultz or risk the biscuit waiting for Gronk revive. I would go with Schultz. I would fire up Schultz. Antonio Gibson or Jeff Wilson? Jeff Wilson. Pick 2. Waddle, Terry, Cooks. PPR, Waddle, and Cooks. Mixon or Fournette? Mixon. Josh Jacobs or Jeff Wilson? Jeff Wilson. Corey Davis or Kadarius Toney? Corey Davis. Landry or Mooney? Donovan Peoples-Jones? Landry. Why the Packers spread only -1.5? I don't know. I was kind of thinking the same thing. Vegas must like Minnesota to win a game here. But I agree with you. I need to get some water here. Pepperoni wings? Huh? Pepperoni pizza wing? I've never had that. How are those? Those sound interesting. And Dr. Pepper. Pepperoni pizza wing. That sounds really good. That sounds really good, to be honest. I'm going to have to try me some of those. Davis or Carter? Davis. Who's Davis? Drawing a blank here. Who's Davis? Corey Davis, right? I'm assuming Corey Davis or Carter? I would go with Michael Carter. Tua Newton or Jimmy G? Newton. Hawkinson or Schultz? Schultz. So it's like the wings wrapped in pepperoni or what? Yes. And let us know exactly what these wings are like. Nick Chubb or Swift? Nick Chubb. Mixon or Fournette? Mixon. Ingram or Saquon? I would go with Saquon. Deontay Harris or Kenny G? Kenny G. He's saying pepperoni pizza, wings, and Dr. Pepper, I think. If that's the case, I mean, oh man, that sounds delicious right now. Pepperoni, you got pizza, wings. That's like the most ideal. Would you say that's the most iconic game day food, or would you say like chips and like dip is it? I don't know which one would be. What's more iconic, like wings and pizza, or I mean, I guess it's not really like. I feel like chips and dip, maybe. I don't know. Let me know in chat. What do you guys think? Ingram or Gaskin? Gaskin. Waddle or Pittman? Waddle. Heineke, Fields, Lawrence, or Big Ben at quarterback? I would go with Fields. Jeff Wilson or Swift? Swift. As a fellow Steelers fan, let's hope Ravens lose with Lamar out. Yes, I agree with that. Definitely wings and pizza. We got one wings and pizza. 100% wings and pizza. Yeah, I would say that as well. Although I do love me some dips. If you get like buffalo chicken wing dip. My dad makes this really, really good BLT dip. Oh man, that shit is delish, but it's terrible for you. Sausage dip. Oh man, some of those dips are guacamole, 7-layer dip. Oh man, I'm making myself hungry. Bateman or Gallup? Gallup. Carr, Rodgers, or Tua? I would go with Rodgers. Renfro or Pittman? I have Pittman a little bit higher, but I really don't like Pittman this week. I really don't. Chips and dip don't compare to wings and pizza. Yeah, they don't. If you're looking for like a meal, but I will say, like, if you have like a nice spread of dips out, I don't know, they definitely are really underrated. I think you guys are underrating them a little bit. Like, if you have some really nice homemade dips with some chips, I mean that's a nice spread. All right, for game day. Do Lions beat Rams this week? Or do Lions beat the Browns? No, I don't think there's any chance, to be completely honest with you. I think the Browns stomp them, to be honest with you. What's a good streaming option for Lamar? It depends on who's available. I mean, I love Cam Newton if he's available. Okay, I guess you sold me. You got to have the chips and dip as the appetizer for pizza and wings. Yeah, but then, like, think about the dips that you eat, all right? Think about what goes into those dips. It is not healthy whatsoever. You're eating like a big-ass block of cheese, Velveeta cheese, or like a tub of ranch, like in your buffalo chicken dip, and then like more cheese on that chicken. Like, that shit is disgusting for you. It is so bad for you. And then you're getting pizza and wings, arguably two of the worst things in the entire world that you could eat in terms of healthiness. Like, that is just an awful day. That's a heart attack waiting to happen if you eat both of those on the same day. That is horrible. That is horrible. Confidence in Rams defense. I think it's just gonna be a low scoring game. I think they'll be okay. Block of cheese, bag of chips before exactly. That's what it is. Freeman or Sanders? I would go with Sanders there. Do you think Rodgers' injury will affect him? No, not really, to be honest with you. I think he'll be fine. Brandon Cooks or Deontay Johnson? I would go with Brandon Cooks. Pollard or Alex Collins or Kenyon Drake? I would go with Alex Collins. Galladay, Ayuk, Mooney, or Bateman? Only one of them. I would go with Ayuk. Devontae Foreman or Gibson in the flex. Yeah, I know, Ty, it's brutal. I would go with Gibson. Freeman is close though, or Foreman is close. Higgins, Terry, or Renfro? Terry. Rams D doesn't play this week. Did I say Rams D? Or did somebody ask for Rams? I don't remember. And a 12-pack of beer, yeah. Well, I should hold down with some beer. There you go. You got a great day of eating. We got Streps lock with the $2 donation. Drop Laviska Shenault for Van Jefferson for stash. Yeah, I mean, I think that's fair. I mean, Laviska hasn't done a whole lot this season, and I think, Van Jefferson's attached to one of the best offenses in the league. So yeah, I mean, I would do that. Trust Titans defense for playoffs and fantasy. I mean, what I would be doing is I would stash two defenses right now. I wouldn't do it right now. If you're a team that's like, you have 2 losses on the season and you're like 8-2, then sure. I would stash defenses, like 2 defenses that have a really good playoff schedule, and just rotate the defenses based upon matchup is what I would do. What's the over-under of surviving the day with all that food? Okay, well, you'll survive, but what's the over-under of knocking off about 5 years of your life if you eat that every single Sunday where, as an appetizer, 1 o'clock games, you fire up, you have some dips, you eat some dips, your buffalo chicken wing dip, your 7-layer dip with, sour cream and cheese laid upon, refried beans. And then for your 4 o'clock games, your real dinner, you get some wings and pizza. And then at the same time, you're drinking some beer. And then for the late night games, you get a little dessert. What is the chances of all that knocking off about 5 years if you do that for about 20 straight years of football season every Sunday? I'm assuming that knocks off a lot in terms of years on your life. That can't be very good for you. Rock out with the $2 donation. Second flex, we got Freeman or Knox full point PPR. I would go with Freeman there. Appreciate the $2 donation. Rock out. We got Chiefs or Cowboys. Why are you going with them boys? I'm going with the Chiefs, baby. Honestly, I think it's going to be really close, and it's going to come down to who can force the turnovers. Cowboys defense pretty solid so far this season. Saints or Bears D? Honestly, I'm going with the Bears defense. Ayuk or AP. I'm going with Ayuk. Good food worth the 5 years. That is true. That is true. Oh, and I'll give you that. I'll give you that. We got Zachary T with the $2 donation. We got Jackson out. Murray questionable. So Sanders or Freeman. I'm going with, okay, I'm assuming, who is the Sanders? Is it Emmanuel Sanders, Miles Sanders? If it's, I guess either or, honestly, I'd probably go with the Sanders over Freeman there. And appreciate the $2 donation. Thank you. Start 2. Thoughts on Mike Gesicki? Mike Gesicki's going to bounce back. You know, if you guys have been watching me, you know I love Mike Gesicki. And Mike Gesicki, most air yards this past weekend at the tight end position, literally didn't catch a pass on the season. I believe he's second in air yard share, second in routes ran or something. I believe he might be first in that. And then, like, the dude's just seeing tremendous, like, all the stats are there for Mike Gesicki. And when Tua is healthy, after he came back from the rib injury, he was tight end number 1 on a points per game basis in terms of fantasy points. So I think in a really good matchup this week against the New York Jets, with Tua being back healthy-ish, Gesicki's going to bounce back in a big way. All right, real quick. I'm going to end this TikTok stream and go live. All right. Have you ever seen a Chevy with butterfly doors? What are butterfly doors? The doors that go up like that, like a Lamborghini? I've never seen that before. Do you have one? Is your pickup truck, does it do that? Does your doors go up on your pickup truck? On your Silverado? Or maybe what's the other? Colorado? The smaller one? Hurts or Herbert this week? I like Hurts. Burrow or Hurts? Hurts. Mike Williams or Bateman? Mike Williams. Gallup or Mike Williams? Gallup. Should I start Ingram or David Montgomery at flex? David Montgomery. Start 2, we got Mixon, Dylan, Ingram. I would go with Mixon and Dylan. Claypool or Callaway? I like Claypool there. Vikings or Packers? I mean, I'm going with the Packers. I think the Packers win. Mike Williams or Bateman? Mike Williams. Goddard or Knox? Goddard. 4-point PPR, we got Eckler, Swift, AJ Dillon, Fournette. Drop 1? Drop 1? Like, not start 1, you're saying, I hope? If 1, I'd have to say Fournette. Thoughts on Bateman? I don't like him as much with Lamar not playing, but I still think that he's startable as a flex. I will say that. I loved him as a solid wide receiver 2. Now with the recent news, you know, Lamar not playing, he's not a wide receiver 2. Confidence in the Ravens defense. There is confidence here because I just don't think it's going to be a high scoring game. Vegas doesn't either. Vegas, what's the over under for that game? I think it was last I saw it was at 42. And now it's gone down to 40.5. So, yeah. Remember those Bud Light commercials with the clips of angry interview with Jim Mora and stuff? I don't remember those commercials. The only Bud Light commercials I remember are the... Actually, I don't remember what all the Bud Light commercials there were. But I do remember... what was the one commercial? The night... Do they still do that? Like the Bud Light night or something like that? They have... I don't know. Honestly, to be honest with you, I don't watch a whole lot of TV. Like regular TV with like cable and shit. I've never really done it. I've always been a massive video game person, so I play a shit ton of video games. At least I used to. I mean, I still do. So I don't really watch shows. I don't watch movies. I watch football. I watch sports, and then I watch. I play video games. That's my stuff. Dallas Goedert or Pat Freiermuth? Dallas Goedert. Anderson or Bateman? I would go with Bateman. I would still go with Bateman there. Should I start Mike Ingram at flex or Adrian Peterson? I would go with Mark Ingram. We got Cooks or Williams. I would go with Cooks. Miles Sanders, Ayuk or Tony? I would go with Ayuk. I meant bench might be okay. As long as benching, not dropping one of those guys. Andrews or Jacobs or Mooney? I would go with Jacobs. Daniel Jones or Cam Newton? I would go with Cam Newton. Cooks or Williams? Cooks. Kittle or Waller today? Kittle. Wilson or Michael Carter? I would go with Wilson. Gesicki or Andrews without Lamar? Gesicki. Vanguard or Halo Infinite? I like Halo. I like Halo. Honestly, I don't even know. What is Vanguard? Is that the game on PC? I gotta look this up. Oh, that's Call of Duty. That's the new Call of Duty. Yeah. I honestly, I don't like Call of Duty. Call of Duty has gotten to be so trash, in my opinion. I love, so my first game that I played, well, not first game that I played, but first game that I got super addicted to and like played literally all the time was Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4, like the OG one. Like that one was probably that one was arguably maybe the greatest, in my opinion, greatest multiplayer ever made. That one was so good. The maps were so good. Maybe it was just because I played it the most. And then I love Call of Duty World at War. But then after that, like the shit got weird and like I don't like all the futuristic shit. So I didn't really play Call of Duty as much. I didn't even like Call of Duty what's the newest one? You know, the whatever it is, the Battle Royale one. I don't really like that either. I'm a big Apex Legends. I love Apex Legends. I've been that's probably my favorite Battle Royale. I mean, I love Fortnite as well. But then that shit got, it got lame. And then I played well, once Apex Legends came out, I played Apex Legends a shit ton. You mean Modern Warfare 2? No, I mean the OG. Well, was it Modern Warfare? No, I thought they had a Modern Warfare, another Modern Warfare. I'm saying the OG Call of Duty 4, the first Modern Warfare. That one for me was the very first one. Black Ops, yeah, I mean Zombies. Well, Zombies first came out, I'm pretty sure, in Call of Duty World at War, the World War II one. I think that's when Zombies first came out, and that one was my second favorite Call of Duty because I fucking love that one too. All right, so Garrett with the $5 donation. What's up, bro? I have a few questions. Start 2. We got Lockett, Bateman, or Higgins. So 2, I would go with Lockett and Higgins, and then Pat Freiermuth or Knox. I would go with I'm gonna go with Pat Freiermuth here, and then Carr or Tannehill. I'm going to go with I gotta double check this one. Actually, I'm gonna go with Knox. I believe Knox is higher in my rank. I need to double check both those. So I know for sure I go Lockett and Higgins, and then I gotta double check my rankings for the other. Let me check real quick. Tight end rankings. Dawson Knox. Yes, Dawson Knox. I would go Dawson Knox, and then quarterback rankings. I want to say Tanny. Yeah, Tannehill. I have Tannehill higher. So, Lockett, Higgins, Knox, and Tannehill. And appreciate the $5 donation. Thank you. Do you think Anderson's stock goes up with Cam Newton? Yes, I do think it goes up with Cam Newton. I love Black Ops with the zombies in Nuketown. Nuketown was awesome. I'm a big Red Dead Redemption 2 guy. You still play it? I just never could fully get into Red Dead. I will say, I love just looking at the landscape in Red Dead. Red Dead was a beautiful game in terms of like your scenery. I thought it was so good, so well done. Terry McLaurin or Deontay Johnson rest of the season. Honestly, I would go Deontay. Gallup or Pittman. I would go with Pittman. Renfro or Gallup, pick 2, and Bateman. I would go with Renfro and Gallup. Jarrell Williams or Alex Collins. Alex Collins. Terry, Thielen, Jeff Wilson, pick 2. I would go with Thielen. I would go with Terry and Jeff Wilson. Jarrell Williams or TJ Hawkinson or Darnell. Or no, that's Waller. Darren Waller. Jeez. I would go with Darren Waller there. Cole Beasley or Mooney. Mooney. At flex, we got Elijah Moore or Dallas Goedert. I would go with Elijah Moore. Daniel Jones or Fields. I had Lamar. I would go with Danny Dimes. Freeman or LaVisca. That's Latavius. I would go with Latavius. Agnew or Watkins. I would go with Agnew. Tua or Cousins. Tua. Cole Beasley or Mooney. Mooney. Ayuk. Drop Ayuk or A-Rob. Kirk, Thielen, Corey Davis, Bateman. Kirk, Thielen, Corey Davis, Bateman. I would go with Thielen, and I would go with Christian Kirk. Bears or Bucks defense? Bucks defense. Or I'm sorry, Bears defense. Is Goff career over? LOL. I have a feeling the the Lions find new life. I don't think it's over. I think somebody will pay him to be a backup somewhere. So I don't think it's over. But I think that his starting days after the season definitely over. I think I believe his name's Tim Boyle, is going to suck today, though. And they'll go back to him. Dalvin against the Packers, good run defense, or Waddle versus the Jets. No, I'm definitely going with Dalvin. Don't overthink it. Don't overthink it. Go with Dalvin. Schultz or Hawkinson? Schultz. Marcus Johnson or Schultz? Schultz. Let's see. Your thoughts. Higgins or Gallup? Higgins honestly is one spot ahead of Gallup for me this week, so it's incredibly close. What I would do is I would just go with your gut, whoever you like more. I don't see much of a difference at all between both these guys. Gallup, there might be a little bit more of a higher ceiling there just because this game is higher scoring, projected to be higher scoring. So, but I like T. Higgins. I've liked what I've seen down to T. Higgins since he's came back from injury. His target share is going up. Everything's going up for T. Higgins, so I think he's really solid. Thank you. You're welcome. No problem. Real quick, if you haven't already, do me a big favor. Hit that like button. Also, subscribe to the channel. I'd really appreciate it. And if you're over on TikTok right now, come on over to YouTube. Get your questions answered. All you got to do is click on my profile. Go to my link tree. My link tree will take you over to my YouTube channel. So, profile, link tree, YouTube channel. Come on over and get your questions answered. Make sure you hit that follow button over there as well. And if you're over on YouTube and I'm not answering your questions, believe me, I'm trying to answer everybody's questions. You can sign up to be a member. All you got to do is type in ! membership. Sign up to be a member. As you can see, there's guys in chat. They have a green name tag with a little badge next to the name. Anytime I see those guys type in chat, I jump to their name right away. They get first priority, questions answered 100% of the time. As low as $2.99, you sign up to be a member, and you get your questions answered 100% of the time. Also, super chats are available to ensure that you get your questions answered as well. So, ! membership is how you pop that up. Click on the link and it'll take you there. All right. Which side do you like more in this trade? We got Jonathan Taylor or CMC and AB. Oof. Honestly, I would probably go with CMC because I think CMC showed it this past weekend. Like, when he is healthy, there's no running back that compares to CMC's dual threat ability. CMC is the best dual threat running back in the NFL. Especially in terms of fantasy football. In terms of fantasy football, nobody can score the way that CMC does every given Sunday. So for me, I will take CMC. Obviously, there's a risk that he could get hurt. That's the risk you take, but I would say him. Hannah Scott, we got sit one. We got Ingram, Connor, or who's that? Ingram, Connor, or Montgomery. I would sit Ingram there. How certain are you that Barkley plays this week? I would say like 90% certain. I feel very confident that he's going to play. And we got Matt Keenan as a starter. Yo, shout out to Matt and Chad. W's in chat to Matt for signing up to be a member. Gets his questions answered 100% of the time now. Go ahead and ask your question anytime, and you get your questions answered every single time. Let's get it. Burrow, Rogers. Alex, we got Renfro, Mike Williams, or Terry. Pick two. I would go with Renfro and Terry. A.J. Dillon or Antonio Gibson. A.J. Dillon. Bateman or Elijah Moore, non-PPR. I would go with, I'm going with Elijah Moore there. Super Saiyan Hazard with the $5 donation. Appreciate you. Cam or Cousins? I would go with Cam and appreciate the $5 donation. Yo, W's in chat for Super Saiyan. He's always donating. Appreciate him. Appreciate it. So we got W's in chat. Bears or Niners defense? I would go with the Bears defense. Jacobs or Foreman? Jacobs. Herbert or Rodgers? Herbert and Schultz or Goddard? I would go with Schultz. Last second start and sits. Let's get it. Fields or Cousins? Cousins. Sanders or Moore? Elijah Moore. Steelers pull off the win today? Absolutely. Steelers going to win today, all right? There's your big upset of the day. Steelers over the Los Angeles Chargers. I don't really believe that, but the more I say it, it could come true. You got the Ravens or Bears now with Lamar out. Honestly, I'm going with the Bears with Lamar out. Bateman or Ayuk? Ayuk. Bateman or Tony? I'm still going to go with Bateman there. David Montgomery or James Robinson at flex? I'm going with James Robinson or David Montgomery. James Robinson there. Hurts or Tannehill? Hurts. Woo. Yo, yeah, let's get it, Matt. Yo, let's get it. We got Bateman or Devontae Freeman in the flex. So I would love to go with Bateman if Lamar was playing. With Lamar out, I'm going to go with Devontae Freeman or Devontae Smith in the flex. And once again, appreciate you signing up to be a member. Alex Collins or Barkley? Barkley. Lockett, J-Rob, or Deontay Johnson, pick 2. Lockett, J-Rob, or Deontay Johnson, pick 2. I would go with Lockett, J-Rob, or Deontay Johnson. Lockett and J-Rob, Brian. Tyler, are you streaming for Thursday? Would love to see you cheer for them boys. And Jerry, who's that? Jerry? Honestly, I have not decided what I'm going to do yet. I'm not sure because I got to go to my in-laws for Thanksgiving. I don't know exactly what time I'm going over there yet. And then I had to go to my parents for Thanksgiving. So I don't know if when I'm going to be able to stream. I would listen, I would absolutely love to stream. But at the same time, I have a marriage and my wife will hate me. So it's a double-edged sword there. So we'll see what happens. More reliable clutch third down wide receiver. Keenan Allen, Devontae Adams. I mean, that's tough. I mean, I would say just Devontae Adams. I just think he's the best wide receiver in the NFL. So even though it's third down, I'm still going to throw out Devontae Adams out there. You know what I mean? Good luck to everybody this week. Good luck to you, Ryan. Thank you. Gibson or Barkley? Barkley. Tony or Gallup? Gallup. Gallup, Devontae, DJ Moore, Pittman. Pick one. I would go with DJ Moore. David Montgomery, AJ Dillon, or James Conner. Pick one. Full point PPR. I would go with AJ Dillon. We got a $5 donation from Rock Out. Would you trade Michael Carter or Javonte Williams for McLaurin at my flex spot or stay put? I would probably trade Michael Carter because you're gonna have Zach Wilson come back here, and as we've seen with Zach Wilson, Michael Carter's value was not as high with Zach Wilson under quarterback because Mike White was targeting the running back position a ton. And believe me, I love Michael Carter. I think Michael Carter is a stud. I think he's a really talented running back. But with the Jets, with Zach Wilson coming back, and Zach Wilson just did not look very good, I would personally trade Michael Carter for Terry McLaurin, what I would do. And appreciate the question. Appreciate the donation, Rock Out. W's in chat for Rock Out for the donation as always. Rock Out's always donating. Appreciate you, Rock Out. All right. Saquon or AJ Brown? I would go with AJ Brown. Bateman or Ayuk? Kittle, Deontay Johnson, or DJ Moore? I would go with DJ Moore. Best waiver wire running back, Kamara and Patterson owner. Give me some guys that are available, Henry. Eckler, Mixon, DJ Moore start 2. I would go with Eckler and Mixon. We got Devontae Smith or Rashad Bateman. Devontae Smith, appreciate all the help. Good luck, brother. Appreciate you hanging out. Jonathan, good luck to you this week. I hope you win your fantasy football matchups. Stick out the DJ D-Hop injury or trade him. I mean, here's my motto, okay? My motto is always be sending. All right? Always be sending. If you're getting good offers, or not if you're getting good offers, but always send out trades to better your team. I don't care if you're trading CMC. If you're getting like Dalvin Cook and Najee Harris, would you do that trade? I absolutely would. So always be sending. Now, obviously, are you going to get those people? Most likely not, but always be sending the trades. You don't know what people value people at, all that kind of stuff. So I would definitely be sending out trades. How do you feel about Tua? I like Tua. I like Tua a lot this week. I think he's a really solid streaming option at the quarterback position. James Robinson or Mark Ingram? I would go with James Robinson. Start Derrick Henry or TJ Watt? Either or. They're really good matchups today. Alex Collins or Adrian Peterson? Alex Collins. I say Devontae Smith is going off for the rest of the season because he's a bam bro. Ruggs, jail. Oh, maybe. Ingram or Carter? I like Ingram unless it's full point PPR. I'd probably go Carter. Alex Collins or Adrian Peterson? Alex Collins. Devonta or McLaurin? I will go with McLaurin there. It is close. Gaskin or Saquon? Saquon. Pick 2. Elliott, Jacobs, Connor. Elliott and Connor. Gibson, T. Higgins, or Dalton Schultz at flex? I like Dalton Schultz. Or no, I like T. Higgins there. I'm sorry, T. Higgins. For my flex, full point PPR, we got Gallup, Robinson, Wilson, Ayuk, or Ingram. Please order them and still Bateman over Gallup because yes. So I'm assuming that's James Robinson, right? So I would go with James Robinson, Ayuk, or no, I would go James Robinson, Wilson, Ingram, Gallup, Ayuk is what I would do. Cam or Rodgers? Cam. Or no, Rodgers. I would go Rodgers there still. Beasley or Pittman? I would go with Pittman there, Super Saiyan. Full point PPR, we got Gallup or Tony? Gallup. Beasley or Agnew? Listen, Agnew keeps finding ways to score. I'm going to fire him up. Last one, stick with Justin Herbert versus Pitts or Cam Newton versus Washington. All right, so I have Justin Herbert one spot higher than Cam Newton this week. So I guess I would go Justin Herbert, but listen, if you want to go Cam, I think that Cam is in a very good spot right now to succeed in fantasy football, especially this week against the Washington football team, who I talked about on my video, on one of my videos. Right now, you have the Washington football team have the third lowest pressure rate in the NFL this season. Third lowest pressure rate, and they just lost Chase Young, right? They're giving up the most points to the quarterback position. This feels like a great spot for Cam to have a really good game. That's why he's a top 10 quarterback for me. As my dog. Steal. No. Steal. All right. Danny Dimes or Heineke? Danny Dimes. Justin Herbert or Derek Carr? Justin Herbert. Metcalf or D. Johnson? Metcalf. Cam, Russell, or Tannehill? Cam. Jamison Crowder, Randall Cobb, or Robbie Anderson? Pick 2. All my wide receivers are out. Choose. Pick 2, I would go Jamison Crowder and Robbie Anderson. Gallup, McLaurin, or Higgins? Gallup, McLaurin, or Higgins? Gallup, McLaurin, or Higgins? Only one of them, I would go with McLaurin. Cam Newton or Kirk Cousins, I would go with Cam Newton. Cam or Dak? I like Dak there. Dak, definitely. Kadarius Toney over Kenny Galladay, I would go with Kenny G. Gallup, McLaurin, or Higgins? McLaurin. Should I start Elijah Moore or Mike Williams? I'm going to go with Mike Williams still, but it's getting a little close here. All right, real quick, if you haven't already, do me a big favor. Hit that like button. We're at 89 likes. We can get up to 100 likes. Let's get up to 100 likes right now. We can get up to 100. And if you're over on TikTok, come on over to YouTube. Get your questions answered. All you got to do is click on my profile, go to my link tree. My link tree will take you over to my YouTube channel. So profile, link tree, YouTube channel. Come on over, get your questions answered. Make sure you hit that follow button over there as well, as I do live TikTok-only streams throughout the week. So you'll get your questions answered throughout the week on TikTok exclusively. So make sure you hit that follow button, get notified when I go live. And if you're on YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And you want your questions answered 100% of the time, type in ! membership. As you can see, Carlos right there typed in chat, has a green name tag icon next to his name, a badge next to his name. He gets his questions answered 100% of the time. It's as low as $2.99. Supports the channel, but also helps you in a big way, getting your questions answered. That way you don't got to keep copy and pasting your questions. You know what I mean? Anderson or Ayuk for my flex, I would go with Ayuk. Tyler, are you an electrician? Because bolt up, baby. Yo, no way. No way. Yo, Steelers by 100 today. Jimmy G or Daniels? I would go with Daniels. You're saying, I'm assuming that's Danny Dimes, right? Traded Fournette for Godwin. Thoughts? I mean, I think that's pretty fair. I'd rather have Fournette, but if you need a wide receiver, go for it. Do I start Mike Ingram? It just depends on your other options. Corey Davis or Mike Williams at flex? Corey Davis. Should I play DJ Moore or Mark Ingram at flex? DJ Moore. Montgomery or Carter? PPR. I like Montgomery there. Bateman or DJ Moore? DJ Moore. Start Russ or Carr? I would go with Russ. Should I play DJ Moore? No, I already got that one. DJ Moore. Montgomery. I already got a bunch of these. Jeff Wilson, Fournette, or Eckler? Pick 2. Eckler and Fournette. Dawson Knox or Dan Arnold? I like Dawson Knox. No, Dan Arnold there for me. Dan Arnold. Zang with the $1 donation. Zang, did you have a question as well? I didn't see a question pop up. If you have a question, go ahead and ask your question. I'll be looking for your question. Truly epic for this week in flex. Miles Sanders, Alex Collins, Kadarius Toney, or Rashad Bateman. Man, I would have loved to go with Rashad Bateman. But I'm going to go with I'm going to go with Miles Sanders there. Truly epic. Metcalf or D Johnson? I would go with Metcalf. If I have CMC at RB, do I play more over Ingram? If I have CMC at RB, do I play more over Ingram? I wouldn't worry about that. I would definitely play more. James Robinson or David Montgomery? James Robinson, Higgins or Terry? I would go Terry there. Mark Ingram or Mark Andrews at flex? I would go with Mark Ingram. Traded Mixon and Diggs for Metcalf and Swift, WL. I mean, I think it's pretty fair. I'd probably want the Mixon side, to be honest with you. But I think it's a pretty fair trade. It's kind of like whatever side you'd rather have. I think it's fair. Tony or CEH? CEH. Herbert or Hurts? Marvin Jones or Adrian Peterson? I would go with AP. Gronk or Freiermuth? Freiermuth. Higgins or Terry? Terry. Tony or CEH? CEH. Goddard or Schultz? I would go with Schultz. Mark Andrews or Gronk? No, Lamar. I would still go with Mark Andrews. Kirk, Carr, Tua, or Cam? Give me Cam, baby. Super Cam. Higgins, Thielen, or Jeff Wilson? Jeff Wilson. Pollard or Drake? Pollard. Bills or Miami's defense? Miami's. Start Watkins or Ayuk if Lamar doesn't play, and what if he doesn't? No, Lamar's not playing. Lamar is officially out, so I would go with Ayuk. Jeff Wilson or Swift, and why? I would go Swift just because the dude's an absolute PPR machine. He's RB number 5 on the season. I mean, I'm starting him every single week. I don't care who his quarterback is. I don't care about none of that. Now, could he maybe have a bust game? Absolutely. But could he have, 20 points? Absolutely, because he's an absolute beast. Herbert or Cam? Herbert's one spot higher, so Herbert, it's very close, though. Ingram or Saquon? Adrian Peterson or Bateman? I'm going to go with AP. Montgomery or A.J. Dillon? I would go with A.J. Dillon. Andrews or Kittle? Gronk or Goddard? Do I bother playing CEH or Joel Williams in my flex? I mean, it depends on who else you have. I mean, I don't really like either one of those, but yeah. Why is Lamar out? I believe it's a sickness. He's sick. Gronk or Conklin? I would go with Gronk. Do you think Wilson will do good as quarterback in Pittman or Renfro? I think Wilson will be okay, and I have Pittman just slightly ahead of Renfro. All right, thank you. You're welcome. Ingram or Saquon? Hey, Sam. Or, hey, Sam. My name's not Sam, but sure. Start 2. We got Gibson, Lockett, Wilson, Saquon, Ingram. I like Lockett and... I like Wilson and Saquon there. Goddard or Freiermuth? Goddard. Jared loves to pop off against the AFC North. Yeah, he probably will. But the Steelers are going to win. Steelers. All right, here's my lineup. We got Josh Allen, Chubb, J-Rob, Terry, Bateman, Hunter, Henry, L, Ayuk, Browns, Prater. I mean, it's not that bad of a lineup. Chubb, honestly, I think it could be RB1 this week. Chubb is going to feast today on those Detroit Lions. He might win you your week by himself, Carlos. He's going to have a great week. Yeah, at least he should. Hi, Sam. Mixon or Evans? Mixon. Jared Cook or Dallas Goddard? Herbert or Rodgers? Mahomes or Newton? Mahomes. And why? Why Rodgers over Herbert? I mean, I think it's like a horse apiece. I just like Rodgers a little bit better in a game that I think is going to be, honestly, decently high scoring this week. What is the over-under for that one? 47.5, which I think the Steelers 47.5, which I don't agree with. I think that game's going to be lower than 47.5. I don't like that. Mahomes or Newton? Mahomes, definitely. Hawkinson or Freiermuth? Ugh, I'm still firing up Hawkinson. Don't love it, but I'm doing it. Wilson over Ingram? I would. Waddle, Pittman, Jacobs, start 2. Waddle, Pittman, Jacobs. Waddle, Pittman, Jacobs. I would go with Waddle and Pittman there. How do you feel about J-Rob coming off injury? Love him. What do you think about Gallup today? Love him. What do I need to do to not get skipped? Hey, the best thing to do to not get skipped is sign up to be a member. It's as easy as that. You get your questions answered 100% of the time. I don't try to intentionally skip people. I just kind of go through the questions, and if one of them looks, like this one, Andrews or Kittle, extremely easy to answer that one. I would say Kittle. The best way that you have to get your questions answered, if you don't want to sign up to be a member or, through Super Chat, the best way, keep it simple. Like this person or that person. If it's a long question, like chances are I'm not going to answer it. I need it short and I'll be able to answer him. Tyler, you don't look like a Sam, but a Cowboys fan. Ozai's just trying to, Ozai's taking a piece out of like Pavlo or somebody like that. He's trying to train me into being or just beat me into submission with the Cowboy stuff. I'm not falling for it. Steelers all the way, baby. Gibson or Wilson? Wilson. Bateman, Agnew, standard scoring. I would go with Agnew. Hey, Tyler. Yo, what's up, Michael Ryan? How you doing? We got Fournette, Connor, Deontay, need 2. I would go with the 2 running backs, Fournette and Connor, and appreciate you stopping by. Jefferson or Montgomery? I would go with Jefferson. Brandon Cooks or Deontay Johnson? Brandon Cooks. Higgins or Ayuk? Higgins. Should I start Jefferson this week? I mean, I think so. Dylan or Connor? I like Dylan there. Latavius Murray or Freeman? Latavius Murray. Bateman or Agnew? Standard scoring, Agnew. A.J. Dillon or David Montgomery? A.J. Dillon. Lockett. McLaurin, Waddle, Mike Williams, start 2. Lockett and McLaurin. Gibson or Wilson? Wilson. DeAndre Swift or A.J. Dillon? As long as it's PPR, DeAndre Swift, otherwise A.J. Dillon. I would say as long as it's full point PPR, Swift, otherwise A.J. Dillon. Hurts or Wilson? Hurts or Wilson? Hurts. Rodgers or Newton? Rodgers or Newton? I like Newton. No. Rodgers. I believe Rodgers. I got to double check that. I'm pretty sure. I've been saying Rodgers, and I'm pretty sure it's Rodgers. He's probably like, yeah, I like Rodgers. He's a couple spots ahead of Newton. Hi, Tyler. Hi, Daisy. How you doing? Random kicker question. We got Bullock or Zerloin today. It's raining in Tennessee. Please help. I would go Zerloin. A lot of points should be scored in that game, so I would go Zerloin. And appreciate the question, Daisy. Appreciate you stopping by. I appreciate everybody stopping by, actually. I haven't said that. Shout out to all my pairs out there. Shout out to all my fans for hanging out, being a part of the live stream, hanging out with me on Sundays. We got nearly 30 minutes, about 25 minutes till kickoff. So 25 minutes left to get your questions answered. If you appreciate what I do me a big favor, hit that like button. Also subscribe to the channel. If you're over on TikTok, come on over to YouTube, get your questions answered. All you got to do is click on my profile, go to my link tree. My link tree will take you over to my YouTube channel. So profile, link tree, YouTube channel. Come on over, get your questions answered. Also, make sure you hit that follow button over there as well, as I go live strictly on TikTok throughout the week as well. And if you're on YouTube, once again, you want your questions answered 100% of the time, best thing to do is sign up to be a member. All you got to do is type in ! membership to sign up, as low as $2.99, and you get your questions answered 100% of the time. Also, super chats are available to ensure you get your questions answered as well. So, ! membership. All right, so let's get it. Thank you, sir. You always answer my questions, no problem. Who you got? We got Saints or Eagles? Just winning? Who's winning? I'm going to go with the Eagles. Flex, any Saints wide receiver or Cedric Wilson full point PPR? Honestly, I would go with Cedric Wilson in this game. Emmanuel Sanders or Gallup? Gallup. Tua or Tannehill? Tannehill. Actually, no, I'm going Tua there. Tua. Williams or Gallup? Gallup. Jeff Wilson or Clyde? Jeff Wilson. Elijah Moore or Callaway? Elijah Moore. Thoughts on Mark Ingram this week? I like Mark Ingram. I think he's a top 20 play. At the running back position, Pittman or Bateman this week? I would go with Pittman. D. Smith or Elijah Moore? D. Smith. I'm assuming that's Devonta Smith. I appreciate you. I follow you here on TikTok. Thank you. Appreciate that, Daisy. Thank you for following me on both. Thank you. Komet or Muth? Muth. Elijah Moore or Callaway? Elijah Moore. CH, Miles, Moss, need 2. I would go with CH and Miles. Is DJ Moore and Gibson for Alvin Kamara a good trade? Yeah, I think that's fine. Muth or Mark Andrews, also Washington's defense or Bears defense? I would go with the Bears defense, and I would go with Mark Andrews. Kyler out for me again, Danny Dimes or Jimmy G? Danny Dimes. Yes, Kyler being out has been really unfortunate because it's absolutely killed his MVP his MVP race as well. Bold predictions of the day. Bold prediction of the day. My boldest prediction of the day. All right, I'll do like a betting one. I'll do Jets cover, Jets win outright. So money line Jets. Let's go Jets. Let's go Jets. Next one for fantasy purposes, I'm going to say Cam Newton, Super Cam, and DJ Moore hook up. Get DJ Moore back on track, and Cam has a big day against the Washington football team and his former head coach, Ron Rivera. Zach Moss or Adrian Peterson? I would go with AP. Jeff Wilson or Pittman? Actually, I'm going with Zach Moss there. I'm going with Zach Moss. Mark Andrews or Waller? Waller. That's bold. That is bold, huh? That is bold. Which one? The Jets one? That was definitely the bolder of the two. That was definitely the bolder of the two. Wait, on Gronk or start Knox or Darnold? I would go with Darnold personally. Jeff Wilson or Pittman? Jeff Wilson. Ertz, Gronk, or Pat Freiermuth? I would go with Freiermuth. Jacobs, D. Smith, or Pittman? I would go with Josh Jacobs. Season long, Terry McLaurin or Hunter Renfrow? Terry McLaurin. Kirk or T. Higgins? T. Higgins. Pollard or Miles Sanders? Miles Sanders. Wentz or Fields? I would like Wentz there. Actually, I'm going with Fields, to be honest with you. I'm going with Fields. Barkley or Jacobs? Barkley. You said Devontae Smith over Elijah Moore, right? Oh, and one more. Knox or Arnold? Arnold, and yes, I like Devontae Smith over Elijah Moore. Tannehill or Newton? Newton. Mooney or Corey Davis? Corey Davis. Dumpster choice. Wentz or Fields? Fields. I would go with Fields. Ertz or TJ Hawkinson? Last one. I would go with TJ Hawkinson. Don't feel great about TJ Hawkinson. I'm not going to lie to you. I really don't feel great about this, but hey, it is what it is. This is where you're at. You still fire him up. Renfrow or Thielen? Thielen. James Robinson, Ingram, or Montgomery? James Robinson. Packers or Cardinals defense from Ryan Evans? I would go with the boy, that is really tough. What is it? Packers or Cardinals? Was that it? Like, what I'm gonna do is honestly, I'm just gonna go with whatever game has the lower scoring potential. 40. Okay, so I'm gonna go with the Cardinals defense. I also think that they're just a better defense. No. Who is that? The Packers? Oh no, I'm going with the Packers. I'm sorry. I thought you said somebody else. Packers. I'm going with the Packers. I'm sorry. Packers defense. Carr or Cam? I'm going with Cam. Bateman or Williams? Williams. Swift or AJ Dillon? If it's full point PPR, I'd go with Swift. Otherwise, AJ Dillon. Sanders or CEH? I'm going with CEH. Bateman or Mike Williams? Mike Williams. Mike Evans or Brandon Cooks? Mike Evans. Corey Davis or Chase Claypool? Corey Davis. Bucks D or Cardinals defense? I'm going with the Bucks defense. Drop Pittman or Johnson? Like, take them out of your starting lineup? Well, who's Johnson? Deontay? I would take Pittman out of my starting lineup. Bateman without Lamar or Tony? I would still go with Bateman there. Corey Davis or Chase Claypool? Corey Davis. Jimmy G or Tua? Herbie or Rodgers? Dan Arnold or Uzama? Dan Arnold. AP or Singletary? Singletary. Bateman without Lamar or Tony? Bateman. Marcus Johnson or MVS? Marcus Johnson. Bateman without Lamar or Gallup? Gallup. Do you think CH will have a normal workload today or wait a week? I mean, personally, I would love to wait a week on CEH before I actually play him. But if you need to play him today, I don't think he sees a normal workload, but will definitely be involved in the offense. Gallup or Tony? Gallup. Higgins or Jeff Wilson? Jeff Wilson. Robbie Anderson or Corey Davis? Corey Davis. CEH or Sanders? CEH. Ertz or Everett? Half point PPR. Ertz. DJ Moore or Bateman? DJ Moore. Bold prediction of the day. Colts beat the Bills in OT and Wentz throws for 300 yards and Taylor runs for 150. Oh, that's a bold prediction there. That's bold. Pittman, T. Higgins, Devontae Smith. Pick two. I would go with Pittman and T. Higgins. Tony or CEH? CEH. And real quick, feels like a great time for a quick little plug here. If you haven't already, do me a big favor, hit that like button. If you're over on YouTube, subscribe to the channel. Really appreciate it. If you're over on TikTok, come on over to YouTube, get your questions answered. all you got to do is click on my profile, go to my link tree. My link tree will take over to my YouTube channel. So come on over, get your questions answered. Also over on TikTok, hit that follow button. I'm going to turn off the live and go live again here. So make sure you hit that follow button. Pittman or McLaurin? Thielen or Saquon? Rodgers or Cousins? Rodgers. Wentz wagon, baby. Let's go, Carson. Dalvin Cook, Najee, Jeff Wilson, pick 3. I would go Dalvin Cook, Najee, Swift. Devonta Foreman, Miles Sanders, or Darrell Williams. I would go Donta Foreman. Landry or Ingram? Pat Freiermuth, Arnold, or Conklin? Arnold. James Robinson, DeAndre Swift, Jeff Wilson, pick 2. I would go James Robinson, DeAndre Swift. Carter or Gibson? Carter, as long as it's PPR. Ingram, Collins, or Sanders? Ingram, Collins, or Sanders? Ingram. I'm going to go live over on TikTok again. Cardinals or Cowboys defense? I would go with the Cardinals. Landry or Lockett? Knox or Schultz? Donta Foreman or Darrell Williams? Donta Foreman. Corey Davis or Foreman? Corey Davis. Like and subscribe, y'all. It's free and helps our boy be seen more. Yes, appreciate it. Thank you, Evan. Bateman or Mooney? I would go with Mooney there. Drop one, Mooney, Corey Davis, Bateman, or Gallup. I'm assuming this just means, like, when you guys say drop one, that means just bench one. Who I would bench is going to be Corey Davis, Bateman, or Gallup. I would go with this is so tough. I would go with Bateman. I would sit him. Mooney or Bateman, Mooney, Arnold or Gronk, Arnold, Adrian Peterson or Latavius Murray. I would go with Adrian Peterson. Bateman or Gallup, full point PPR, Gallup. Andrews or Gesicki, Corey Davis or Foreman. No, drop. You actually have to drop one. Who is it again? Is Kyler out, or should I just start Tannehill? I would start Tannehill. I believe he's officially out. I would start Tannehill, yes. What was the question again? Who did you ask? Who's that? Drop one. Mooney, Corey Davis, Gallup. Okay, I would drop Mooney, and I would just play Bateman. Yo, would you start Bryan Edwards or Rashad Penny? Ooh, iron. Down bad. Bryan Edwards for me is who I would start. Hurts or Cousins? Hurts. Jeff Wilson or Christian Kirk? Jeff Wilson. All right, going live over on TikTok. Let's get it. Let's get it, dudes. Cardinals D or 49ers D? I would go with the 49ers D. Need one running back, one wide receiver, one flex, and standard scoring. We got Michael Carter, Jeff Wilson, Bateman, Justin Jefferson, or Claypool. I would go with Jeff Wilson, Justin Jefferson, and I would go with Michael Carter. Carter or James Conner? James Conner. What defense is worse, Jets or Jags? Are you talking real life defense or for fantasy purposes? If I'm doing fantasy, honestly, I'm probably going to fire up the Jets defense. Claypool or Landry? Wide receiver 2. I would go with Landry. Gallup or Beasley? Gallup. Hawkinson or Arnold? I'm still firing up Hawkinson. Renfro or Higgins? Full point PPR. Higgins. If you play FanDuel, who's an absolute steal today? Yes, let me get it pulled up here. Like, are you talking about in terms of value play? I mean, I would say Jeff Wilson. Like, I feel like he's going to be super chalky, though. But, like, I would definitely be playing Jeff Wilson right now in FanDuel. Is one guy that I guess that's not really a steal, but he's somebody. Let me pull up this real quick. All right. Who else are some guys? So, like Jeff Wilson, I mean, definitely like I would say Donta Foreman is another guy that is solid, has solid value today as well. Who's another guy that I would say, let me look at some of these guys. A guy that I love, like I think that you should be playing Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb is another guy. Like Nick Chubb, I think honestly Nick Chubb could be the RB1 this week. So Nick Chubb is another guy. If you want like more, let me know. I don't know. All the lineups are different. Jeff Wilson's going to be super chalky, but like he's a guy that I feel like you have to have in your lineup because he's a guy that could easily score 20 fantasy points today, and is very cheap. Real life defense: Jags or Jets defense? Who is worse? That's really tough. I'd say that they both have their flashes. I'd probably say the Jets are actually worse. I guess I would say the Jags defense as of late hasn't been playing awful. So. Instead of the witching hour, you can say it's the switching hour, where the injuries affect win and losses. Ooh, Ozai, that's good. That's good, Ozai. I like that. So, it's now the switching hour, where injuries affect win or losses. So get your questions in. Come on, before NFL Red Zone. We got 13 minutes left, baby. 13 minutes left. So, you want your questions answered, get the questions in. Once again, best thing that you can do, sign up to be a member and ensure you get your questions answered 100% of the time. All right, so let's get it. Jeff or Terry? Jeff Wilson. Ingram or Jacobs? CH or Elijah Moore? I would go with Elijah Moore. Ayuk, Bateman, or Corey Davis? Corey Davis. Gallup is a great value. Yes, Gallup too. I totally forgot about Gallup. Gallup is another one. Yes, I agree with that. Arnold against 49ers, Freiermuth against Chargers, or Gronk against the Giants. I would go with Dan Arnold. Elijah Moore or Corey Davis? I would go with Corey Davis. Pat Freiermuth or Cole Kmet? Pat Freiermuth. Please help. I have Lamar. Do I pick up Tyler Huntley or Cam Newton? Cam Newton. Chicago or Ravens defense? Chicago. What makes you take Tua over Jimmy G? Tua usually beats up a bad team. And I get that Jacksonville is also kind of a bad team, but I just don't trust Jimmy G, nor do I really trust Tua. But right now, the Miami Dolphins are attempting the third, I believe, no, I want to say third, fourth, or fifth. They're top 5 in terms of passing attempts per game this year. So they're throwing the ball a lot. This game right now against the Jets, I think it has sneaky high scoring potential. So that's why I personally, I feel like San Francisco is fine with getting in like a 10 to 7 game and just running the ball nonstop. So that's why I like Tua over Jimmy G. Thoughts on D-Hop? Been rough. It's been rough. Jeff or Terry? Jeff Wilson. Roll with Waddle, Gallup, or Devontae. Got Dak, if that means anything. If you want to go with the stack, totally go with the stack. I mean, I would probably pick Waddle, but if you want to go with the stack, go with it. Carr, Rodgers? Rodgers. Cedric Wilson is a good flex play. I think he's a decent flex play. What makes you... No, I already got that one. Pick 3, we got Chubb, J-Rob, Dillon, Elliott. I would go with Chubb, Elliott, Dillon. I'm nervous about PJ Walker. You think he takes a decent amount of snaps away? No, I don't think so. I think Cam was brought to this team to start and be the starter for the rest of the season. Cardinals or Steelers defense can't play Cowboys against the Steelers, right? Or Chiefs, right? Yeah, I wouldn't. And who I honestly would probably just fire up the Cardinals. Those are all tough defenses, really tough matchups. They're good defenses, just really tough matchups this week. Freiermuth or Knox, Carr, Rodgers, Rodgers. I already got Tua or Baker, Tua, DJ Moore or Michael Gallup now that Amari Cooper is out. I'm still going with DJ Moore there. I love DJ Moore this week. I do like Michael Gallup a lot, but I like DJ Moore. Hawkinson or Gesicki. Pick 2 from Alex Collins or Kenya Drake. Alex Collins. Uzama or Schultz. Muth or Kmet. Muth. How hard was that Steelers game last week to watch? Oh, it was difficult. It was awful. I mean, well, I will say, and this is also kind of a part that fantasy ruins football sometimes, especially when you're rooting for your favorite team, because I had DeAndre Swift literally in like every single league I have DeAndre Swift in this year. So it was nice to watch DeAndre Swift, but it was very hard to watch. a Steelers fan perspective, and also just from a football fan perspective, it was brutal. Oh, by the way, do you get a role at Discord? How do you? Oh yeah. You're at Discord. Shoot, I didn't check Discord last week. All right, just say your name at Discord at me. I will check it right now, and I'll give you a role. Gaming Incorporated. Say your name in Discord, and I will, unless your name is Gaming Incorporated in Discord, then I'll look at it right now. Let's see, and you get a role. G, my guy. I don't know. Let me know what your name is. At me in Discord. I'm on Discord right now. Carr Rogers. Collins or D Williams? Collins. Barkley or Jacobs? Barkley. No, it's Mike. Okay. Right there. All right. And I need to get you into the correct Discord. All right, real quick. Starter. Wait, which one do you have, Gaming? Which membership do you have, Gaming? Do you have the starter, all-star, or Hall of Fame? Which one do you have? Let me know which one you have, and I'll get you in the right Discord. I forget which one you have. No, don't you have the... I'll get you in the right one right now. All right, so Jimmy G or Lamar? Penn. Penn is. Yo, Penn is. What's up, my guy? You like pens? I'm a big pen. No, I don't like the pens. Pick one. We got Mike Williams, Rashad Bateman, or Landry. With the recent news that Lamar is out, I'm going to go with Mike Williams. I would have gone Rashad Bateman, but I'm going to fire up Mike Williams again. I'm going to put on my clown face, start Mike Williams this week. So Mike Williams, I'm going him. Christian Kirk or Landry, I would go with Christian Kirk. Terry or Ayuk, I would go with Terry. And let me double check this real quick. I can check which one Gaming Incorporated is. My channel. Manage. Customize channel. Monetization. And let's see. Memberships. Gaming Incorporated. Now, where do I check my members at? The heck? Oh, right here. Sorry, guys. Hold on. All pro. So you're all pro. Okay, I got to get you in the right chat. Okay, so you have access. All right, so I'm going to put you in the chat right now. All pro chat. All right, so you're Gaming Incorporated. You're in there now. So you're able to see the rankings are in there as well. My bad. So you're in there and you're able to see the rankings. All right, so let's get back to answering these questions. All right. No, okay, you're good. Yeah, you're in the chat now. You're in the all pro chat. All right, would you start Mark Ingram over Keenan Allen, Justin Jefferson, or DK Metcalf? No, I wouldn't, Ryan. Bateman or Moore? Moore. Bateman or Moore? Moore. All right, so, oh crap, Tyler, we're tied 4-4. What's your upset pick? My upset pick? My upset pick of the week is going to be... Hey, it's still +1. I'm going with Chicago over Baltimore. Let's get it, baby. Let's get it. What's your upset pick, Ozai? Bateman or Moore? Angel Moore. All right, so we got 4 minutes till kickoff. Let's get these questions answered. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Also, follow if you're over on TikTok. Best way to get your questions answered is becoming a member. All you got to do is type in !point membership. It's as low as $2.99. You get your questions answered 100% of the time. So, !point membership. All right, this Titans introduced both Foreman and Peterson as starters. Nice. That's going to be a beautiful day for fantasy, you know? Mike Williams or Terry? Terry. Herbert or Rodgers? I would go with Rodgers there. 32-team league, need to start Sammy Watkins, Traquan Smith, Brian Pringle. I would go with Traquan Smith. Full point PPR, Corey Davis or Darnell Mooney. I would go with Corey Davis. Hurts or Herbert? Hurts. Herbert or Newton? I like Herbert's one spot higher than Newton. Saquon or Ingram? Saquon. Swift or Carter? Swift. DJ Moore and Mike Williams, DJ Moore. And if you're over on TikTok, come on over to YouTube. All you got to do is click on my profile, go to my link tree. My link tree will take over to my YouTube channel. So come on over, get your questions answered. Muth or Landry? Landry. Metcalf or Ingram? Metcalf. Full point PPR, Corey Davis or Darnell Mooney? Corey Davis. Pick one. We got Latavius Murray or Zach Moss. Latavius Murray. Kittle or Kelsey, and why? I mean, Kelsey and he's tight end number 1. Is there need to be an explanation for that? Antonio Gibson or Miles Sanders? I would go with Antonio Gibson. You think that Christian Kirk is better than Landry with Kyler out too? Christian Kirk has been producing regardless. Doesn't matter. Ayuk or Pittman? Pittman. Collins or Landry? I like Collins there. Justin Fields or Tyler Huntley? Justin Fields. Kittle playing the Jags. He is playing the Jags, but it don't matter. Like, you're really gonna sit Kelsey for Kittle? I mean, I wouldn't. Antonio Gibson or Miles Sanders? Antonio Gibson. Ayuk or Pittman? I would go with Pittman. Gronk or Dan Arnold? Dan Arnold. Hurts, Newton, or Cousins? Hurts. Andrews, second best tight end, like in the league? I think Kittle is the second best tight end in the league. When the biggest thing with Kittle is he's just never healthy, but I think that Kittle is possibly the best overall tight end in terms of the blocking ability and like his athletic ability and receiving ability. He's also, I don't think really that much behind Kelsey. Kelsey just has a 10 times better quarterback. I think if you flop the two, like, Kittle would be putting up Kelsey numbers. Dan Arnold and TJ Hawkinson, I would go with I would still go with TJ Hawkins. Latavius Murray, Adrian Peterson, Latavius Murray. Why Rodgers over Herbert? Rodgers, no, I mean, I can't. I got to answer these questions. Foreman, I just like Rodgers more. He's higher in my rankings. The game is going to be a higher scoring game, so that's my opinion. Devontae Freeman or Deontay Harris? Devontae Freeman. Foreman or Peterson? Foreman for me. Kyler Murray or Cam? I would just fire up Cam. Jeff Wilson or Elijah Moore? Jeff Wilson. Jarrell Williams or Michael Carter? I like Michael Carter. Are the Dolphins underdogs? Because I go them. Dolphins are not, or Dolphins are favorites. No, they're favorites. Say Lions get their, if not, oh, you're going to go with the Lions? Get their first dub, huh? Oh, okay. Latavius Murray or Adrian Peterson? Latavius Murray. Kyler Murray or Cam Newton? Cam Newton. Fields, Newton, or Cousins? Newton. Full point PPR, we got Mooney, Brian Edwards, Corey Davis, and Carr, Cam. Okay, see ya. Thanks, see ya, guys. Mike Williams or Mark Ingram? Mark Ingram. I will go Mark Ingram there. All right, officially 1 o'clock. The games are about to start. Let's get some football. Appreciate everybody hanging out. Make sure you hit that follow button. I'll be posting my waiver wire video tonight. My waiver wire video will be out tonight. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. Follow over on TikTok. All that jazzy stuff. Monty or Barkley? I would go with Barkley. The guy I'm playing started Hollywood, so let's go. Yo, that's always good to see, huh? You get that night, those points don't count. You know what I'm saying? So appreciate everybody hanging out. I'll see you all later tonight. See you, people. Peace.